What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Monday, January 19th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
Happy MLK Day, my man.
Yeah, you as well.
Yeah, Martin Luther King. Love the 3-day weekend. Did you have a 3-day weekend or did you have to power through?
I actually had a 2-day weekend.
Ooh, okay. Which is rare for you.
I know, so Saturday and today.
All right.
And thankfully, with where
That's
I
not
work,
a weekend. You had to work in between it.
That's okay, though.
Weekends are together. You got choppy chop.
I should have looked further ahead and realized, because I basically have to take off every holiday because it's like time and a half.
Oh, yeah.
And so like all of us bosses aren't really, shouldn't be working.
Right.
So I really should have planned it to have the Sunday off.
Right, yeah. I've got a buddy at work that always knows how to get the most out of their PTO days, right? They're like, if I take an extra day here, it's a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
If I take these 3, it's a 7-day weekend.
I used to do that, take like the Saturday, Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, and just use those as off days and not using PTO. But I don't know, sometimes when you're planning, you're just like, let's just go Monday through Friday.
Yeah, just rip the Band-Aid off. Whatever, it's all the same. But yeah, happy Martin Luther King Day. I'll be honest with you, and this is going to be a confession of sorts. Outside of the... obviously, the great work he did in civil liberties and, building a bridge in this country. Outside of the I Have a Dream speech, I've got next to no file on MLK, and I feel terrible about it.
I know. I was sitting there kind of thinking that, too, and then when you brought it up before we started, I was like, yeah, I think he was born in, like, Selma.
And Louise? Was it right next to Louise? Thelma and then Louise? You dummy. Selma. I don't know if he was born there, but that's where he did a lot of his, civil rights, marches and whatnot. They made a movie about it.
Assassinated?
I thought it was in
Memphis, maybe?
I don't know. You could put it on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I'm going to get that wrong 100. But to be fair, I'm an equal opportunity. I don't know jack about history. Like, it's not just MLK. History is not my strong suit. I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, who can I reference compared to that? And I was like, Ronald Reagan. Only thing I know about Ronald Reagan, dude liked jelly beans. That's it. It's like, Jason Semko, I love the red ones. They're the best of the jelly beans.
That's all you know.
That's all I got. That, and he used to be a movie star. He's like, do it for the Gipper.
No, I was going to give you some crap, but honestly, the only thing I know about Ronald Reagan is from American Dad and the Ollie North song.
That's a good song.
With the Iran-Contra affair. Ollie North.
You see,
Ollie North.
Cartoons can be educational. We've proven that. All I knew, like that, and I found out that Ollie North had a smoking hot secretary. That's what I learned.
See, watching these cartoons, there is some benefit to it.
Yeah. Zooms right over our heads. I mean,
unfortunately, at least you weren't a history major in college.
No, God, no. That was my worst subject by far.
And I was.
You were?
Yes.
So nothing retained up there. But you got spots where you absolutely adore history, and that's your sweet spot.
Yeah, I do. I maybe should know a little bit more about Ronald Reagan, because he kind of was there for like the end of the Cold War-ish. I'm a post-World War II Cold War fan and Civil War fan. Not that I'm an abundance of knowledge, but I do know a lot more about like those areas. But yeah, so disappointing. I don't know anything about.
Well, like I said, I mean, I'm an equal opportunity, not history guy. So when President's Day comes around, I'm like, which presidents are we celebrating? And when we do other stuff,
what they do exactly?
Yeah, it's like, go to Monticello. That was either George Washington's or James Madison's house. I can't remember.
No, that's Thomas Jefferson.
Swing and a miss. See, I'm just proving more so. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He did the Louisiana Purchase.
The Louisiana Purchase, yes, where we bought Louisiana.
No.
Nope. Swing and a miss. It was part of it. Yes. Give me partial credit. That's the only reason I passed history. I got partial credit on half of my stuff. Oh, man. But yeah, no. So happy half weekend for you.
Yeah.
Anything else you got into?
No, but we did. My wife and I did go out. It was very cold, and went out and got some pho.
It's pho.
I'm off on everything today.
Okay, well, I should know this. My wife is Vietnamese, so I should know how to pronounce pho.
It's pho.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
We went and we got some pho.
You'll learn it forever now.
But on the way there, as we're driving, and we've been noticing this was like the last straw, just put the radio on when we're driving, keep it low, and then typically, we're talking or something.
Yeah, it's just background music.
It's background, but every time we're going out, we always just flip off from like the top 40 radio station.
Yeah.
And I think we both kind of like had the realization at the same time that we just don't like any of the new music that's come out. And it's time to just end that preset and put it onto like something else.
And we're officially old people.
Yeah.
We're officially, I don't get this new music.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't mind. I didn't mind some of it for a little while, but now it just doesn't hit the ear. I'm sure our parents, the music that we listen to, they can't stand 95% of it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I mean, I'll have a small taste if it sounds unique, but for the most part, I'm the same way. I'll tell you one thing, and I grew up on 90s rap and R&B.
Yeah.
Gangster rap. Good stuff, right? When mumble rap came out, done. I was like, I'm done with this. What is this? What is this?
You can't understand it. Plus, two, half of it is just how much gold they have in their mouth, and honestly, how violent they are towards women. It's just
congratulations.
Like, wow, you're a wonderful role model for some of these like kids to want to aspire to. At least ours was like messing with the police.
Yeah.
And growing up in the hood.
Because we know all about that. No. But it felt more raw and more real, right? Like they're talking about the struggle, and these new guys are not struggling at all. They're just talking about how rich they are.
Yeah. That gets very old very quickly.
Yeah, that's why the few that are still talking about the struggle, like Kendrick Lamar, they stick, right? It's fantastic stuff to hear.
He's about the last guy in rap that I think I would listen to. I'd still listen to like whatever Eminem puts out, and I'm still super happy that he basically made MGK change genres after his diss rap.
That was pretty great.
I liked MGK's on Eminem, but Eminem's was like 10 times better. But yeah, MGK was like, I got to get out of this industry because I just got B-slapped.
And he went over to rock or pop rock.
Yeah, it was like a pop rock thing with like that Black Bear guy.
Yeah. Well, that kind of bums me out, too, because it's like we grew up on rock, right?
Yes.
We grew up on rock. The MGK was a bottom feeder in the rap game, right? Like, he was punching up when he was going after Eminem.
Oh, yeah, but he was still pretty big.
But then he moves over to rock, and he's a Billboard top 10.
His whole album was
like oh, my God, this is amazing. He went from really struggling in the rap game to I'm already one of the top dogs in the rock game. Where's rock gone?
What's crazy is I was looking at some of this, and it's not like they're not coming out with the albums anymore. Like, literally about to have albums come out this year. Incubus.
Okay.
Korn.
Evanescence. You know I love me some Korn.
I know. This is Korn with a K.
Oh, right. That too. They're pretty good.
Not that I was the biggest fan of him, but like Marilyn Manson still coming out with music.
Yeah, but you're talking about all these acts that have been around for 15, 20 years. We are dating ourselves. What are the new acts?
Oh, well, there were some bands I couldn't quite recognize or didn't know the names. I mean, they're out there. There are a bunch out there. This was like a top 50 list of rock albums that were coming out, but I just was like, you don't hear any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it
it's not even on top 40. No. Yeah, that's why you got rid of that preset.
But another one that is coming out with a new album, Limp Bizkit.
What?
And I couldn't help but think, there's only one way you officially know that it's like our Baltimore guys kickoff to that event, is when Darkness comes out and puts on like what is it?
Give me something to break. Give me something to break.
Break stuff off.
Yeah.
And starts singing it and dancing it, and everyone else gets involved. But
you're pumped.
That's the official.
That's the start. The official start of Be More.
And then just more Limp Bizkit gets played, and like the head banging and like dancing. But that's the official start. Every single trip.
Like 100% Nookie gets played during that trip.
Yes. And Rollin'. I think both the Urban Assault one and the regular one.
Oh, okay.
You get a couple of like Method Man, I think, or Redman on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. But now rock, I mean, it doesn't even sound like rock half the time. I don't know what to make of it. I can't remember the last time I heard something new where I was like, okay, this is all right. Like, like Hozier or Hosier. Like, is he rock? Like, the guy that did Take Me to Church. Take me to church.
See, I think that's like that pop rocky type.
See, I don't know. Yeah, so you don't have any of the heavy stuff, the hard stuff, or at least it's getting out there, but it's not getting played. It's not on the radio dial.
No, and I want some of the screaming, like A Day to Remember.
Okay.
You know.
So yeah, you're going back into the punk. Punk is all but gone.
That's all but gone.
Man, it had its moment in the sun, and they're still drudging Blink back out. No disrespect to Blink.
That's the last album I purchased.
The last album you purchased was Blink?
Was the new Blink CD album. Just because it had Tom DeLonge was back.
Yeah.
I had listened to a couple of the songs. Yeah, it was all nostalgia. They could have put out just 5 songs for $20. I would have bought it.
Yeah.
Just to like
this is
to
Blink.
them.
I remember Blink.
But I literally can't remember the album before that I bought. It probably was an Incubus album like 15 years ago.
I can't believe you're still buying albums. Are you talking about digital albums, or did you actually buy like a CD?
No, like the digital album, but actually buy like the whole thing. I mean, I'll take like the singles from all kinds of different bands now.
Grab. Yeah, I don't really like streaming music is so easy now. I don't remember the last album I bought, and it had to have been a CD because I don't buy the full thing. I was like, I'll just listen to it on one of like the Spotify's, and Amazon Music or whatever. I think the last album I bought was probably, and again, we're in rock. It was Cage the Elephant. I think it was one of the last of the Cage of the Elephant
wasn't
albums.
That like your ringtone?
I think so.
For a long time.
I had a rotation of ringtones. You know, it was one of my favorite ringtones because it got me pumped. It was "Kickstart My Heart" by Motley Crue. That was a great ringtone.
Yeah,
is that guitar riff? Yes, I don't even want to pick up my phone. I don't care who's calling.
Listen to it.
It's like SOS. I was like, after this song, I will pick up, I promise.
I had a good, I think like a Hawthorne Heights song was one of my favorite like ringtones.
Yeah, you're going full punk, man.
Yeah,
if people are not a punk fan, you've enlightened them on a new band to go check out, Hawthorne Heights.
Got so many of them.
Yeah.
That's about one of the cool things about where I work, though, is a lot of like the little.
Do you get to pick the music?
Like hipsters? No, but a lot of them actually are kind of into the music that we grew up with.
They're probably like, "Oh, listen to this oldie." You're like, "Oh, dagger."
No, they do. They're just like, "Have you heard of this band?" And I'm like, "Yes, I've heard of Hoobastank." Like,
Hoobastank. That's a deep cut.
The Reason, which just ended them.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, they were good.
They had their moments. I feel like they were always the Incubus light.
They were.
You know, like there was Incubus, and then Hoobastank was like, we're kind of like Incubus, but we're different.
And not nearly as good.
No. Yeah, Incubus has a soft and yet jaded place in my heart because I was a huge Incubus fan, but guess who else is? My wife. And guess who she loves more than Incubus?
Brandon Boyd.
Who
didn't love him.
I mean, he was a dreamboat.
He was.
Part of the reason I think my wife married is just because we have the same first name.
Probably a big part of that.
I still remember we were at an Incubus concert in Hawaii.
Ooh.
And yeah, it was in a really small venue. It's called the Republic.
Okay.
Jimbo knows this. Shout out Jimbo, Republic. Great. It almost felt like an underground thing. You might get like 60 people in there. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But it was a small venue.
It's still small for them, for what you would think they would play at.
And my wife shushed me. I was singing along. She said, I'm not here to listen to you. I'm here to listen to Brandon Boyd. So shush. And she shushed me at the concert.
She just kind of like slowly walk away, be like, okay, you enjoy this.
She was like, was like, if you raise your hand, she's like, put your hands down. Just, I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
I'm here to, I can't hear him because I'm listening to you, so keep it down there, guy.
I'm sure they put on a good show.
They do.
I saw them at Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Them, and you know who surprisingly put on a really good show? I know everybody hates them, but he put on a good show. Was Nickelback.
You know, Nickelback, I feel like it was so popular to just crap on them. And I was like, they're putting out listenable music.
I've listened to much, much worse music out there.
Yes. And I was like, why? Just because it sounds similar, all the sounds. It's like,
and people want to say they sold out, which I guess everyone sells out now, though.
How do they sell out?
I think they started doing like some, I think they did like a furniture store commercial or something.
All right. You got to make ends meet.
I mean, nowadays, anybody will jump on anything to put their name out there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the rock dying now. Are you still listening to rock, or what do you listen to now? Or you're hitting all the oldies? You're going back in your own library and just re-listening.
I hit mostly the oldies, but I have kind of gotten into like I don't want to call it like EDM, but it kind of is with like
obviously Skrillex.
No, that whole dubstep. I can't do the dubstep.
Bang-a-rang, or whatever it is. And
every time I hear a dubstep song, I can't help but think of like the Key and Peele.
That's what I was thinking of, where they like have seizures when they listen to like, yeah, it's hilarious.
Which will suck.
Wait for the beat to drop. Yeah, it's a good
sometimes I'll be listening to like a song. I use Pandora when I'm at working out. And this new song will come on, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. I'm liking this. And then it hits the stupid dubstep kind of part of it. And I'm like, well, now this song just sucks.
You just ruined this
and
now.
Hate. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Don't put this in the rotation anymore.
But no, I like Avicii, rest in peace. I like him, but like Marshmello. But then I've gotten into some of these other people like Vice Tone, Shane Codd, people you probably haven't really heard of, Jonas Blue.
Yeah, no, that's I got no file.
But it's a little bit of like that EDM type kind of pop kind of combination type thing.
Yeah.
They're catchy beats, catchy tunes, especially when like working out or running. Very like upbeaty, and they kind of can sometimes crescendo while you're running or something. I don't know.
Okay, so it's good for running music.
Yeah,
you run a lot, so you're like, go.
Yeah.
I'm more of I've mellowed out apparently, because I'm more into like soul and modern soul right now. Really like just mellowing out, listening to some good pipes.
25-year-old Bigo
would be rolling over in his grave. My going bit was that it's like, if I hit it past 30, and a lot of the guys know this, it's like it's all gravy from there. It's like I'll be lucky if I hit 30. The way that I'm fast tracking this, I would always say that. I was like, if I hit 30, I mean the rest is just gravy. It's icing.
We were all a little worried when you got like close, like he's really gonna make it, right? Like,
oh my god! It's like, yeah, is he gonna jinx himself?
Or is he gonna like really try to literally go out with like bang or something? No, not like that, but just like really
I put on
party hard.
I put on one of the squirrel suits on like the day before my birthday. It's like, if I'm gonna survive, I'm gonna make sure it's worth it.
We were kind of worried you do
skydiving
like
right beforehand.
Yeah,
I almost skydived. I was going to skydive on my 30th birthday with Jimbo in Hawaii. Got rained out. So maybe that was the God saying, not so fast, my friend.
And then
you're going to make it.
That fast-tracked you to old curmudgeon soul music.
Hey, it's like if you got good pipes, like I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to good pipes. Adele, great pipes. Love Adele.
True.
Love Adele. Teddy Swims, big fan. I went and saw Teddy Swims at the Richmond Raceway. Love Teddy Swims.
Okay.
You don't even know who Teddy Swims is?
I've heard of him, and I think I've heard one of his songs.
He's got some pipes on him. But yeah, so I like something a little bit of soul now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a depth to you.
I know, right? I mean, I'm an onion. I've got layers, or cake, whatever you want to look at.
You're an onion.
I'm an
onion. There's a lot of an onion I don't like.
And I make you cry. Yeah.
Sometimes good, mostly for.
Well, I made you cry for a couple reasons. One of them is going to be our first segment of the day, my friend. Our big one, the NFL playoffs. Your boy Bigo went 4 for 4 this round.
Just get the cold plunge ready.
Oh man,
Let's just figure out the day.
And it was a cold day today. I went out there. I was like, "Oh, it's sitting at 37 degrees. This is a perfect time for J Bear." But we'll wait. We'll wait until it's official.
I do still have a grasping chance.
Oh man, you're talking about grasp. Yeah.
I've never been.
You're hanging on to the playoff short hairs right now. You're like, please don't get a Brazilian.
I've never been a Jared Stidham fan more than I am.
So just as a reminder, you all, we had a point structure going. First round was a point. Second round, double it up 2 points. So that was this last round. The next round will be 4, and then whoever wins the Super Bowl, if either of our guys are still in it to win the Super Bowl, it's 8 points. Jason's got one team left he's got going all the way, the Rams.
I feel pretty impressed with myself that I did pick them to get that far.
I will give you your
5th seed, baby.
Your credit. You had him going that far, but again, a lot of guys do. But you were picking it at mid-year, so that's where I give you mad props. And I mean, the Bills were a questionable interception and then 2 DPIs.
Dude.
Away from being there too. We'll start with that game. That Bills Broncos game.
I had that. I was going to look so good with both my picks still alive.
Man.
A 6 seed and a 5 seed.
How do you feel? Let's start out with it. So, how did anyone not see that play? But you got, I think it was like a 3rd and long or 3rd and 4, and they decided to take a deep shot. Yeah. Josh Allen took it out to Brandon Cooks, newly acquired Brandon Cooks. He seemed like a godsend pick.
Oh, he made so many plays.
So many plays. He looks like he comes down with it. Now, I watched the replay a couple times, and this is where I'm kind of on the side of you. I was like, how do you decide that this gets flipped to an interception? He catches the ball going down. He hits a knee. He hits an elbow.
Yeah.
Before he loses control. But because they said he didn't complete the catch to the ground, the corner rips it out of his chest and ends up with the ball interception.
I guess to the letter of the rule, that's the rule. But look, when we see these things happen, typically it's like a 50-50 ball, or maybe a lot of times like the receiver, like Cooks will have the ball in his hand, and then the receiver will grab it, and then they kind of go to the ground together, and then it's like whoever comes out with it gets the ball. The receiver never had the ball while Brandon Cooks is in possession.
You mean the corner? The corner never had the ball.
The corner never had a hand on the ball until Cooks has literally hit his like knee or elbow, or if not both, down. It's like the eye test though. That's a catch, man. I don't know what else to say. Like if you're out there playing with your friends or you're just watching that's a catch. The guy had possession the whole time until he hit the ground.
The only comparison, and it's not an interception comparison, but a comparison of, okay, did he complete the catch all the way to the ground? Also in the playoffs, is that Dez Bryant catch against the Packers. And Jimbo knows this play well. That was a catch.
That was a catch.
That was a catch.
That was more of a catch than this was a catch.
But that's precedence, right? They're like, okay, well, he didn't complete it all the way to the ground, whatever you want to call it. This is similar. He didn't complete it all the way through the catch. And I think that I
think they changed that rule to where now that would be considered a catch.
Okay.
I think they changed because Calvin Johnson had the same thing week 1.
Yeah.
And he almost spiked it because it was a clear catch and they called it no catch.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think they actually might have I think that Dez Bryant play might actually be a catch.
Okay.
In today's game.
And I think the only thing that the refs have to kind of fall back on is that technically Cooks, he didn't really make a football play. He caught it and he fell to the ground. So that's maybe where they can kind of split hairs. Believe me, for once, Semco, I'm on your side on here.
Yeah.
I thought that was a catch. So I was shocked when they not only officially called it an interception, but then they kept it there after review. That was wild. Now, the next two things, Grizz, this is for you. The DPIs.
You know what, man? I would have expected it if it was the Kansas City Chiefs. I would have expected it if it was the Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Unfortunately, that happens more often than it should in a big game like that, where you have these pass interference or phantom holding calls. The one was definitely pass interference on the.
Are you talking about the second one?
Yeah,
with White Tre'Davious, where he was hooking the arm.
Yeah, and that was. And that was like an underthrown ball, and it is what it was. The first one, they weren't really calling plays like that. I think there was, one penalty, 2 in the first half. They were letting them play. That's pretty crappy. And, hey, once again, though, for those conspiracy theorists, they wouldn't have been calling that if they wanted Josh Allen to win that game.
That's very true. And, that would have been a great storyline, right? Yeah. Josh Allen finally exercising the demons.
The only thing that I'm going to say that kind of angered me, and I know you can't, the game would have been played a lot differently the whole way. But for real, though, as much as Josh Allen did, and I'm going to root for him every single
to the day you die.
Dude, the way that he, those tears, I felt
yeah, those
that.
are real. Those are real tears.
I know at the end of the day, you sit there at home, and you're like, look, I made so many plays. I did what I could do, and no one else can do what I did. But man, that's your job though. When you're the quarterback, you're like, I'm supposed to go out there and make all those plays. That's my job. And the teammates are there to back you up and help you out. But yeah, I felt for him, man, because that's his job. But dude, at the end of the first half, what are you doing running that ball for that fumble?
Yeah,
like
that was bad.
That was so bad. You gave them 3 points, and that turned out to be the huge difference. I know the game would have been played so much differently probably, but those 3 points, it was so unnecessary. You should have scrambled and just gone down, or just need it and gone into halftime.
But that's not how he plays, right? Josh Allen's always had to be Superman, so he was trying to pull a Superman move, so I don't blame him for it. It was very stupid, but at the same time, if he had somehow miraculously got out of that, maybe that's just Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things.
It's like the Lamar Jackson. I mean, he tried to split the Steeler defense like 3 or 4 times in that game, and then that 1 4th down, and he did. So you are right, but man, the fumble.
I know. Right as the half is ending and it gives him a shot to get a long field goal out. Yeah, that was a tide-turning event for sure.
I really didn't know if they would recover and come back and be able to like compete. But obviously, Sean Mcdermott had some good words to say at halftime because he rallied them. Yeah,
he had some good words, and sadly it didn't save his job, though.
No.
McDermott is officially out as the Bills coach after 9 years, where I think they made the playoffs 8 of those 9 years or 7 of those 9 years.
Yeah.
Insane. And this is another guy, kind of like Tomlin, kind of like Harbaugh, where he was getting some pretty significant success. If you dropped that record in a Commanders fan and said, what can be your next 9, we'll take it. We will take that in a heartbeat.
Almost anybody would take that in a heartbeat.
DW and the Dolphins would take that.
Yes. A legit shot at possibly winning a Super Bowl in almost every single one of those years. Yeah.
But it's this NFL in this day and age where if you do not show any ebbs and flows and you're just hitting the same note every single year, these owners just have zero patience for it. But my question is that was this the right decision for the Bills?
The only reason why I'd say it probably was, that team's kind of in disarray. And I don't know if that's not really on McDermott, but if you look at them, I mean, it took Josh Allen trying to be Josh Allen, but they don't really have a very good young core of players. They were trying to kind of patch this thing with getting veterans to kind of come in and fill in and hope that would take them over the hump. So other than Josh Allen, they might almost kind of be in like a retool. I'm not going to say like rebuild. You got Josh Allen. But I don't know. They've got some work to do to catch up to the Broncos, the Patriots. I'm trying to think of like another. I mean, even like the Chargers for that matter. Or did I say the Broncos? Yeah, the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, because the Chargers have, they're strong and young in a lot of positions. But I'm so glad that you made this argument because, man, you're just walking me right down where I want to go. How that team is built, whose responsibility is that?
The front office.
Front office.
Yeah. Brandon
Beane not only kept his job, but he got promoted. To president of player operator. What is it? But he got a promotion. This guy's sole purpose is to construct this team. This is shown all over again, man. Why is he not getting fired? Why is and again, it comes down to, it's like,
Dolphins GM. Why is he still there?
Well, he got fired. He got fired before McDaniel. Remember?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got fired before McDaniel. But that was the right move.
Yeah.
It's professional nepotism where it's like, oh, I know the GM and the owner. We're buddy. We go golfing, and I don't want to hurt my guy's feelings. So let's fire McDermott, and we'll see if we can get a new guy in here. Beane did not give him any favors the way he constructed that team. It was Josh Allen, and we'll figure out the rest of the pieces. They lucked out with James Cook. He is a all-pro player, for sure. But to your point, they brought in a ailing and out of his prime Joey Bosa. That's going to shore up your defense. They didn't re-sign Milano. He's gone next year. Latavius White, he's not getting any younger. I think he walks next year.
Probably.
And then what do you have? What pieces do you have on offense? You really going to say Shakir is your one?
They did like what Green Bay did with Rodgers. They won't get him another wide receiver. They drafted Keon Coleman, but that seemed pretty early that was not going to be effective. Thank God there was a penalty on the Bills because he had that drop in the end zone.
That would have been embarrassing.
I mean, he did score. That touchdown he scored was pretty nice.
Yeah, that reach,
But he drops too many balls. Yeah, like I said, that roster is a mess.
I'm firmly in McDermott's camp. He'll get a great job. I mean, he'll obviously, with Harbaugh gone, he'll be one of the top head coaching options out there.
He'd be a perfect guy for like the Raiders.
Yeah.
Get an established coach. He just coached Josh Allen. He knows how a great quarterback acts.
And they got pick of the litter. They're probably taking the guy we're watching right now, Mendoza, in the draft. So you're going to get a brand new, there's only one Josh Allen, but you're going to get a brand new Josh Allen-esque quarterback that you can groom. You've done it before.
Yeah.
McDermott's done it before. He's still a defensive-minded coach. He can do his best to try and shore up that Raiders defense. I think that's a great decision.
And then, obviously, if you
that would be a boon for the Raiders. My God, if they pulled that off.
That'd be a home run. Then you can get a really young... You can take a chance on an offensive-minded coach.
Absolutely.
Because you've got a strong head coach there that can keep things the way they want. Yeah, it's... McDermott to the Raiders or to the Cardinals, if he wants to take that would be a no-brainer decision. If he calls and says, I'm interested, you cancel all your other interviews and you just have him in there for like an hour. Just be like, are you really serious? Like, you really want to coach our team? You really do.
I was like, no takesy-backsies here.
Yeah.
You got to do it if you say you're going to do it.
And here's what we're willing to pay. Actually, you write down what you want.
Just write down what your number is. We're just going to say yes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I do want to say we are live watching the college football championship.
Indiana, Miami.
And in Miami just missed that field goal.
Doink City, USA.
But real quick, I want to say, I think Fernando Mendoza, when the draft comes out, because I mentioned before on the podcast how somehow games have been finished, yet things are going to go and move around. He's got like a Marcus Mariota thing to me where I couldn't believe it. They're like, you know what's a red flag with Marcus Mariota? He doesn't have any red flags. Like, they're like, he's too nice. He's too good. He just seems to be good at everything. That's a red flag to me. Mendoza's like the nicest guy ever.
He is the nicest guy, yeah.
It's almost kind of like, might you be too nice for the NFL? I can't wait till that comes out.
Yeah. I mean, they're just looking for something to...
Exactly. They're going to look for like anything.
Some kind of flaw.
And they're going to find something so stupid.
It's like, can't you just have a dead hooker in your car or something like that? Like, just
they're
give
digging deep for something. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just the guy seems like he just...
They're like, Mendoza, that sounds like a cartel name to me.
You said from Miami? You grew up in Miami?
Yeah, from Colombia? From like Miami by Colombia? Is that what we're doing now?
He's gonna be a third-round pick at this point.
Yeah, but we spent a lot of time on the Bills, and rightfully so. That was your team to win it all. That's why you're really stretching out here. I think that you need the Rams, which we'll go to next. The Rams to not only make the Super Bowl, they got to win the Super Bowl. Actually, it doesn't matter. They just have to make the. You need a Rams-Broncos Super Bowl is what you need.
I do, because if the Patriots win...
you can't beat me. I'm up 12-11 right now. It's still a dead heat right now, but my options are plentiful, and yours are scarce.
Come on, NFL MVP Matthew Stafford.
So we can go. Let's stay on the AFC. So we can talk Patriots and Texans too. And that was just an ugly game, man. What was it? 8 turnovers?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Patriots. So that's a really good football team.
Yeah.
I'm turning what I said about like Indiana. There's a way you just kind of admire it a little bit, respect it.
It's almost like they're very well coached, like somebody on this podcast has been saying this entire time.
You have, I think from literally like our first demo, you were touting Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah. It absolutely has made a huge difference, and Drake May made the plays he needed to make. That's a really good defense.
I mean, man, but talk about good defense. Houston's, if they won that game... It would have been in spite of their quarterback play, not because of it.
It was looking like it was going to be one of those games where every time you looked at it, you're like, Stroud just threw another interception. They're only down by 3 points still.
3 points.
Like the Patriots were just kind of giving away that game because it's like, okay, if he just doesn't throw any interceptions or commit any turnovers in the second half, the defense will probably score a touchdown, and they'll somehow win.
I mean, you got to feel so defeated. As if you were Will Anderson Jr., he had 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, both recovered by Houston.
Yeah.
What else do I got to do?
Dude, you know who C.J. Stroud, and I was high on him. You've been low on him.
So low.
I'll give you that again.
Give it to me.
You know who he is now, and he'll have to really prove to not be. And it's a very similar type team with a really good defense. He's Blake Bortles, man.
Blake Bortles.
Like, everyone wanted to Jones on Blake Bortles being surrounded by a good team. C.J. Stroud is not a very good quarterback.
No.
He is hampering that team right now.
And
He's the Blake Bortles of that team.
I was like, he's got great wideouts. I mean, yes, they were without Nico, but Christian Kirk came to play.
He did?
They got Higgins. Hutchinson made some plays for him. Woody Marks is never going to be James Cook, but he was doing okay. He had Chubb in the backfield.
C.J. Stroud.
I mean, it has to be. And, I mean, some of the picks he threw.
They were awful.
Terrible. Never should have thrown that ball. He should have just taken the sack.
Yeah.
That pick 6, man, that was brutal. So, yeah, I mean, I love being vindicated. It's one of my favorite feelings in the world. And, man, when I told you that C.J. Stroud is just not up to snuff and seeing it live, I think I texted you 5 times. I was like, he's just making me look like a genius
I know
again.
when I get those texts. I know it's from you because of just what's going on in the sports world.
No.
Or I'm just like, oh, did Stroud throw another interception?
Oh, yes, he
because
did.
Brandon's probably texting me because that's what that buzz was. I was like, yep, he did.
Yes, he did. I'm like, that's for you. A little gift, courtesy of Bigo.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that Houston defense is something else. And for that Houston DC not to even be considered for a head coaching job, it's kind of a surprise to me, given what he's put together. I know that he's got some immense talent on that team,
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, he's coached them up.
Yeah,
like crazy.
You still got to get them to play. You still got to call the right plays to get them in that position. I don't know. It kind of had those similar feelings of, no one wanted to give Eric Bieniemy the job because they're like, but Andy Reid calls all the plays. I'm like, do people just think that D'Amico Ryans is leading the defense and the DC's not doing anything? Because all these other coaches are out there. I mean, we kind of get into it, but the Packers just got rid of their DC to Miami.
Yeah, I joked about this. I did it in our WhatsApp group, but I'm going to say it again. This was very much one of those situations where Miami looked around. Okay, Buffalo's head coaching job now open. Baltimore's still open. Pittsburgh's still open. If we don't grab somebody, this is that analogy I did before. It's like if I don't grab a 2 right now, I'm going home with nobody at the bar at last call. So I'm just going to grab and take. And that's what I'm going to be happy with.
You're going to get stuck with Josh McDaniels again or something. Just an awful guy that shouldn't be a head coach, but you would just end up with at the end.
Very, very true. But I have to say, very timely that you brought up Eric Bieniemy. Word is that Nagy might be in for a head coaching job. So guess where Eric Bieniemy is going back to? Going back home. They're saying they're already lining him up to be the OC in Kansas City again. I'm not making this up. That's the word. If Nagy leaves for a head coaching job, they've already got Bieniemy lined up.
They were super successful with it.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. He's a good compliment to Reed, maybe, because Reed's still calling the plays.
Yeah.
So maybe somehow their partnership works. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, enough about the Chiefs, my original Super Bowl pick. Yeah, we don't have to go over them. Okay. So let's head over to the NFC East. We'll wait for the Rams because that's your last little flicker of hope.
I know.
For this.
You.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave you on a high note.
Appreciate it.
But talk about my robust hope stream. It's a thick stream, Semco. Them Seahawks just demolished the Niners. We don't even have to talk too much about it because there's nothing of a good representation for the Niners in the game.
Kickoff to the house and
bam, never looked back. Yeah, never looked back. That defense. I mean, we've been talking about defenses all episode, but I mean, I'm excited to see that you love yourself a good pitcher stool in baseball. I'd love to see a big defensive just bout in the Super Bowl. That would be fantastic to me.
It would be amazing. Yeah.
Just haymaker after haymaker, just big hits, sacks.
Yeah.
Nothing on the board, 0-0 at half. That would be fantastic.
The Broncos versus the Rams. Exactly what you're talking about.
No, Rams defense ain't all that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're not playing, but so great.
But yeah, I mean, like everything that happened in that Seahawks-Niners game is exactly how the Seahawks could have hoped. They couldn't have dreamed for a better outcome.
Yeah.
Just in every facet of the game, special teams, offense, defense. And again, we talked about it, and I know I talked about it. Kyle Shanahan, I still respect as one of the great offensive minds. But, man, Mike McDonald's defense had an answer for everything that they were trying to do.
See him for the third time. You know, they say, I mean, the saying is, you know what the teams are going to run. You just got to go out there and stop it. And I guess maybe they just definitely knew what was coming or something.
Well, and with no George Kittle, you know, the strength of Seattle's defense is their run defense. So without Kittle, and, you know, I know Pearsall is back, but what has he done all year?
Give me a break with that.
You're done with Pearsall. You're ready to kind of...
I'm done with
That's Will Billy's boy. He loves him some Pearsall.
I mean, I feel bad that he got shot. That definitely has probably derailed some of his success.
A little.
But I didn't think he was all that in a bag of potato chips at the University of Florida. I don't know why everyone thinks this guy
is because he had that one catch. He had that one catch that was on the highlight reel.
Anthony Richardson had one play at Florida. These Florida boys that have one
Flash
really
cool
play.
Yeah.
Does not translate to like an all-time grade.
It's like Florida summers. You're like, this is nice for a day. I like it. And then after 3, you're like, why is it so freaking humid here? Yes.
So Pearsall, I don't know who hyped you up. I don't know what hype machine PR firm you got to hire you before the draft.
Can I hire them?
Exactly.
Can we hire them for this podcast? Can we do that, please? But Big Boy Leonard for that Seattle defense has been a monster for them. What a great pickup for them. But yeah, that whole defense is just firing on all cylinders, and they have a belief in them.
They do.
That they're like, we are destined for this Lombardi lift. But let's go back to your one shining moment, that Rams-Bears game, because that was a hell of a game to end the playoff weekend on. My goodness.
I was wrong. I thought that Carolina would give them a tougher time.
Oh, yes.
Didn't know it was going to be possible unless it went to overtime.
Which it did.
And Caleb Williams had another... I don't know what the DB was doing.
I had to rewatch that 5 times. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine.
But that play blew my mind. How is he open there? Caleb's been backpedaling for 20 yards.
Guy's got an arm.
He does. He threw it off his back foot. Thing.
But yeah, I was like, okay, where's the push off?
Right. That's why I had to rewatch it. I was like, there's no way he's that open. Where's the OPI? Who's officiating this? Grizz? It's like, dude, swallow the whistles. No OPI.
He was probably happy as could be there.
He was like, yes, that's how it should be. But no, it looked like hand fighting when they showed it.
Yeah.
But what's that DB doing there?
He looked like the stupid DB from the Broncos that didn't effing jump against the Ravens. God, I got to figure out that guy's name because he's number 1 on my enemies list. God, jump, man. It's a Hail Mary. What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Jacoby Jones, I know, is fast, but you're a DB. He's not that much faster.
But yeah, you would think that the Bears are destined to win this game. After that play, to tie it up.
They weren't really looking that great in the second half.
No. Nothing looked amazing on their front. Of course, neither team really looked like they had it all put together.
No.
But Rams looked like they were in good position. And then on that play, when that ball got snapped, I was like, he's running backwards. This is the Caleb of old. This is the Caleb of old. He's freaking out too much, and he's going to try and do it himself. And then I was like, even when that ball went in the air, I was like, no way that gets caught.
But you're at least like, I mean, he threw it, and it's up there for grabs instead of trying to like keep running. He realized I'm screwed. I just got to heave it.
And then how deflating to do that. Get into overtime. The crowd is raucous behind you. You stop the Rams.
Yep.
And you're marching down the field. I think you were on the 50.
Close to it or something like that, yeah.
And then who you blaming? You blaming Caleb for the throw, or you blaming DJ for stopping his routes?
DJ Moore, all the way. I don't know if DJ just didn't think. I mean, maybe it's a ball he shouldn't have thrown. That's what I thought.
It's definitely a ball he shouldn't have thrown.
But you don't stop running regardless.
But again, that shows also the confidence Caleb had in his wideouts. He threw it knowing that was going to be a contested ball, but he just believed that DJ Moore would be there to catch it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's equal parts. Again, Caleb, and this is what I was worried about. Caleb was going to do something stupid. And we can go back. I'm pretty sure I said this in one of the podcasts, but I think I was talking about the Bears-Packers game, where I mentioned that Caleb is going to do something stupid, where he's going to be a little bit too loose with the ball.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a little more reckless.
He is.
That was a reckless throw.
He is kind of like Brett Favre.
He is. He's definitely got a guns. Yeah, it's an old but true format. But yeah, he's a gunslinger at heart. But again, it proved positive for him in that throw to Komet in the end zone. And then again, you live and die by that sword.
You do.
He died.
He made a lot of big throws. His progression from year 1 to 2 has been. He just looks like a completely different quarterback.
He does, yeah.
From
Ben Johnson.
Everything that he does.
Even a couple of those timely runs that he had.
Yeah. No, yeah. He seemed to make mostly the right plays at the right time and know what to do. And, I mean, every quarterback's going to make some mistakes. And he is young. And, one of the picks was really bad. I don't know. The DB, I mean, he came off of his man and backed up and caught that. I was like, I don't know if you think he can't get there or what, or I don't know. But that guy made, I thought, a nice play. It looks bad when you first see it. You're like, it's double coverage. But then I don't know. Yeah, that DB traveled a long ways, and maybe you just let that go thinking there's just no way the DB gets there in time. And maybe he knew it was coming. I don't know. But, Chicago's going to be around for a while, I think.
I mean, yeah, they rebuilt that O-line. They've got plenty of young talent at wideout. I mean, DJ Moore's the old guy there. I think he's like, 29?
He's young, yeah.
And, I mean, Rome Odunze was kind of a ghost in that game. I didn't really see a lot out of him. Yeah.
In there, yeah.
But yeah, no, they're definitely here to stay. I'm sure that Jimbo loves hearing that. He's like, great, I get to see this Bears team for the next 10 years.
And the Lions probably are going to still be a really good team.
Yeah, that's going to be a murderer's row.
Before we do move on, though, you give the Broncos any chance.
Ooh, you know what? Is Jared Stidham going to pull a Nick Foles? Is he going to pull a Nick Foles? Like, it's very possible. Stidham and Sean Payton have been together for a while.
They have?
They've got a lot of history. He knows his system. And then I guess the question is Bo Nix really that much of a greater quarterback than one of his Packers?
He has to be. Yeah, Bo actually played a really good game.
The reason I give the Broncos a chance is because, again, that defense travels, and they're at home. They don't even have to travel. What am I talking about?
You're right, though.
That defense can win them. I mean, they could be the 2000 Ravens. Trent Dilfer at quarterback.
True.
It still won the damn thing.
It is true. Now, at least Nick Foles had quite a few games to play to get ready for that. Jeff Hostetler, who took over for Phil Simms with the Giants, had a few games to play.
He's coming in cold.
This guy hasn't he literally hasn't even done a kneel down. He hasn't taken a snap. I don't know. I sat there thinking, I'm like, kind of like what you did. I did the same thing. It's like, well, the only way they could win this is if they have the best defense. And if, the running game goes well. I couldn't help but think of it as the fight again with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. Because all these people were like, yeah, but Conor's got that left hand.
He just has to get one clean shot.
I'm like, but guys, this is the best team in the AFC with a chance for the Super Bowl, and it's a quarterback that hasn't taken a snap all year. Can they really win this game?
Anything's possible, man.
I mean, I know anything's possible, but are we just trying to grasp that?
Well, I know you're trying to grasp because God knows you do not want to see the Patriots. Not only because I picked them to make it, but you do not want to see the Patriots back in the Super Bowl.
No, look, at the end of the day, I want the best teams to get there, and if it's I know everyone hated the Eagles-Chiefs rematch, but those were the two best teams. And so if the Patriots got to get there because they luck box another way to get to a Super Bowl because the starting quarterback that they're playing in the AFC Championship game isn't there, good for you. The sixth lucky reason you've made it to a Super Bowl out of the 10. So 4 were probably legit, but 6, you had something lucky. Refs threw you a bone like they did for the Broncos to get there with pass interference and holding calls. And Todd, I'm absolutely right about...
He'll never admit it.
He might. Maybe one. He might say 1 or 2.
He might, but then it's going to punch you right in the chest like you did to Seaver that 1 year.
That we're saving. For
okay. Oh, man. All right. We'll save it. We got a few things to talk about. A lot of history in this group. But, yeah, no, I here's what's got to happen. The Broncos, like, Drake May is not great at holding on to the ball in the pocket. I think he leads the league in, like, fumbles lost by a quarterback. I think he has, like, 8 or something insane like that. So if that front 7 or that front 4, if they're able to put pressure on them and knock that ball loose a couple times, that's going to be their recipe for success. That's what they're going to have to do.
They could.
So it's not impossible. We've seen crazier things. Like, again, I never thought Nick Foles was going to win a ring as this. And didn't he win the MVP too?
Oh, he deserves it.
He's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
Nick Foles.
He played great in that
Out of
Arizona.
Yep, that's right. I know that because Nebraska beat them in a bowl game with Nick Foles playing. What's up? Always comes back to Nebraska. But that's back in the bowl games. We're not talking about bowl games anymore. We're talking about the new format, college football playoffs. As you had mentioned, we are watching live the Indiana-Miami game. I believe they just went to commercial, and we've been talking.
It's halftime.
It's halftime now.
10-0 Indiana.
Defensive battle.
Yeah.
We had a feeling it might go this way, even as dominant as Indiana has been on offense and efficient as they've been on offense. Miami's defense has been playing out of their mind.
Yeah, they're continuing to bring it. Indiana's been moving it decently well, but Miami seems to come up with one pretty big play each drive to kind of stop Indiana.
And you referenced it, but that Miami kicker doinked that field goal. He's been lights out this playoff round, but when it comes
Those could be an important 3 points.
It could be. It would have been a 1-score game. We're still to 2 right now. But the playoffs this year look very different than what they might look like in a couple years. We'll keep doing little dives-ins when we see big plays, but now that we're on the topic, we have to start looking towards the future. This is the last game of the year. It's never too early to talk about next year, right?
Of course not.
And is the playoffs going to look like this? Is it going to be 12? Is it going to be 16? Is it going to be 24?
It's nuts that it could become 24 teams. It's unlikely, but it could be next season. And it's crazy to me that 2 people hold the power to be able to do something
Keys to the kingdom, yeah.
Literally, the commissioner of the SEC and Big Ten have to, I guess, unanimously vote. So both have to vote in favor of what this whole thing is going to look like within like 3 years' time. But I guess the SEC commissioner does not want to see it go to 24 teams right now, so is not voting for it to be 16 yet. But the fact that could happen with just their vote and happen that quickly, 24 teams in a college football playoff.
That's a lot of football.
And I don't know, the sticking point was they were going to get rid of the conference championships. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm okay with it in the sense of the conference championships, like, again, kind of the same way you said about there's 2 people with power. It's like there are only 2 conference championships that even matter anymore. And that's the Big Ten and the SEC. I know that technically a conference championship knocked UVA out of the playoffs this year. I know that that's true. But, I mean, look at the team. Actually, look at the team that the ACC brought in instead.
I know.
Miami. But that wasn't because they were going to get in whether UVA got in or not. That wasn't a question. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the conference championship because, again, we're probably 3 years away from there being 3 conferences, period.
That was going to be my worry. Is it's like, well, what's the point? Not everyone even is going to come close to playing everyone in the conference.
Yeah. Not everyone. And so it's like you could very likely have 5 one-loss teams in a super conference, and then you make the conference championship even that harder. Who's making it? Who's making it to the conference championship with 5 12-1 teams?
But I felt like that was the right way to do it. Go to like 16 teams, and then if you win the conference championship, like, you're in. I don't know. There has to be, because then eventually, what we're gonna lose next? The rivalry games. Yeah. They're gonna throw out
absolutely
those games that we love to talk about.
That, or they'll be super kitschy. They'll just be like, hey, remember, like, they'll do it every 4 years, and they'll be like, hey, remember when we had the Red River rivalry?
Okay, we'll bring
Circle
that
the
back.
wagons.
Ohio State, Michigan, I don't know, they might play in week 2 one year or something and not play into. That's where I'm afraid that's where it's just going to go to, and then it's really going to be once the kids realize they're not going to make a playoff, they're just going to not even try, because it's like it's all about making the 24 team playoff, and then if you don't have a shot after that, it's like, what's the point anymore? I don't know. I think this is a dangerous, slippery slope.
Yep. No, I mean, I do too, and like from the NIL to the disrespect the bowl games getting out to the expansion, and now
there
possible
shouldn't be any more bowl games.
Well, they won't. If they go to 24, the bowl games have to be a near just a few, or then maybe they'll just, because there'll be 24 games, maybe they'll all be at neutral sites. And maybe those will be the new bowl games.
They'll have to do it like they do, where the teams will have to host, because some of these fan bases, which
they travel.
I'm convinced that's the only reason why. Because I saw something that the NCAA, they're making money hand over fist with viewership. That's gonna be why the NCAA can just kind of continue to do what they're doing, because these fan bases at these schools, they're not going to go away.
No.
Like, they're so stinking strong.
They're so ingrained. Some of these, especially in the SEC, like, you're wearing your team in a onesie the minute you get out of the hospital.
It's true. Well, it's as Todd French has always said, when his military family, when they went down to Alabama, neighbors came over and like, hey, introduce yourselves. We're blah, blah. We're the Frenches. Alabama or Auburn. They're like, oh, well, we're actually from Massachusetts, so we actually kind of like, maybe like Boston,
College.
Alabama or Auburn.
Yeah. No, you have to choose
like,
right
it's
now.
One or the other. Yeah, basically. Like, that's what it came down to. So, yeah, that's probably part of the problem, is that they're always going to make the money. These people are going to still watch. But, yeah, I don't know. 24 teams, the fans aren't going to travel to like every single neutral game. But hey, you'll get your JMUs in there like every year.
Yeah.
Get our Tulanes in there every year.
Tulanes.
And there will be that upset.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Miami or the Ole Miss.
We could have been seeing Notre Dame, Miami in this final. You never know.
God,
they would have gotten in.
I'd just turn it off. I don't want to watch that. Two teams I can't stand. Are you trying to punish me? Trying to give me nightmares?
Would you really even want to watch if it was Notre Dame, Miami?
Probably not. I don't know. Wish for some injuries? No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a wish for injuries guy.
I definitely would be rooting for Carson Beck though over Notre Dame.
That's a tough coin toss for me.
Apparently I was reading up a little bit on the game, and because people were kind of like, who's Carson Beck dating these days? Like, everyone wants to know what's up with him.
Yeah, who are you dating?
And I was,
what are you wearing?
I was off work today. I didn't have too much going on, so I kind of
did a deep dive. Let's find out who he's dating right now.
Clicked on it, and I was reading, and I do kind of remember, like, nobody really knows why him and Hannah Cavender like broke up.
So hold on, a lot of people aren't as ingrained as you are. Miss Cavender, she is kind of an icon in University of Miami. Those are the basketball team.
Her and her twin sister. So they just went by the Cavender twins, but they don't play there anymore. They've graduated or transferred or something. But they're kind of like the Livy Dunn. Is that how you say it?
Yes, Livy Dunn. Yes.
So they capitalized, much like Livy did, on like the social media presence, and kind of garnered a lot of fans, a lot of sponsors, and ended up making like a lot of money. Livy's kind of in like her own group, but then
she's in her own stratosphere.
But the Cavender twins are like the next, and so they're very popular. And so they went to the University of Miami and played basketball there.
And obviously they had to date the quarterback. One of them did,
of course. And so Hannah was it turns out probably the unlucky one. But I guess no one really knows what happened between them. And I guess on some other interview, Hannah was caught on like a hot mic doing an interview. But was basically like, yeah, I couldn't go out with him anywhere. He was an a-hole to everybody. He'd be flipping people off at the bars. He'd be wanting people to like recognize him and like walk around and
just
like
the
sign
worst. Exactly what I thought he would be.
It's like nobody liked him.
God, exactly how I expected him to be. Exactly, to a T. Thank you, Miss Cavender, for just confirming my suspicions. God.
But man, is he playing some great football, man?
No, yeah, he hadn't put a point up yet, so I don't know about great. Let's see here. It's all about that Miami defense.
It is, and the running game. And then there's Carson Beck.
Well, he's okay at football. Is he any good at tennis? Because it's tennis time.
It is.
Australian Open.
Let's go, baby. Down under.
Semco and I used to have our tennis battles.
We did.
Back in the day. He'd come over, and I'd get a few sweet serves past him.
Boy, yeah, your first serve was something else, man.
And then all the wheels fell off. And then Semco would just tire me out. He would just run me all over the court and be like, yeah, this is done. It's like if I can't get 20 aces in a game, I'm not beating Semco.
And then it was like, God forbid, I did return that first serve. You're like, all right, I'm done.
Yep,
I'm
that's
out.
it. All right, that's my ace in the hole. That's gone. Literally my ace in the hole, and I got nothing else. I tried a lot of drop shots, but you were too fast. You always get to them. I'm like, oh, this is pointless.
Wow, if you were hitting drop shots like Carlos Alcaraz or Yannick Sinner,
oh my gosh, yes, it's the new regime, right? Like we're about to close the book. I mean, Nadal's gone, Federer's been gone for a while now.
Yeah.
Your boy, the Joker, is just hanging on by a thread.
He's trying.
Man, kudos to him for not listening to Father Time.
Yeah,
How old is he now?
I think he's 38 or 39.
Yeah, man. It's a young man's game.
But he is still... It's crazy.
I mean, he's ranked 4th. I'm looking at him right now. He's ranked 4th. He beat Pedro Martinez. That's his name. He just beat Pedro Martinez.
The old pitcher?
Yeah.
Oh, last I saw him, he had quite a belly on him. But
well, yeah, apparently he's good enough to play in the Australian Open.
Killer serve.
But no, Novak swept sets 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. So he obviously, I mean, of course, Pedro is unranked because, again, he's a 60-year-old retired Red Sox pitcher, but yeah,
Hall of Famer.
but yeah, he's ranked fourth in the world right now, so he's still got it.
No, Novak, he only loses to Sinner or Alcaraz in like a semifinal or final, and it's one of those where, but I can't help but just root for him because when we were younger, watching the Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, even Andy Murray. Those were some epic battles. And the fact that Djokovic can still whip like every 20-year-old's ass, except for like 2 people at his age, I think really just goes to show how great those guys were back then and how you just want to see them keep like winning just to kind of further implant that, all right, you guys might be the new 2, Alcaraz and Sinner, but the big 3 were a dominant force.
They were. And it's weird how generations kind of go by, because before them there was, Sampras and Agassi, right? So in tennis you have to have those rivalries of the 1s and the 2s.
You do.
This was very unique with Joker because he almost implanted himself, because a lot of times it was just Nadal's Federer.
Yeah.
And then Joker was like, well, hold on here. Like
I'm here.
And I'm winning. Give me my due. Give me my flowers. So Australian Open, man, who you rooting for? Who you got?
I'm an Alcaraz guy over a Sinner guy.
Yeah, you always have been. You like those Spaniards.
I do.
Is he Spanish?
He is Spanish.
Aha, see, I know Spaniards.
I'm also I'm more of a fan of their game.
Does he have to take a siesta halfway through his match?
No, he blows right through that siesta.
Wow.
Yeah, him and Nadal.
Sacrilege.
They don't do any of that siesta nonsense. Sinner, I think, would like to take a siesta. I don't know. He's about as emotional as... Geez, I don't know. The computer I'm looking at right now. I mean, it's just...
He's the Scotty Scheffler of tennis.
He kind of is. And he is really good, but I'm never really
going to
forgive him and the WTA. He got popped for some kind of, I don't know, these European drugs. I guess you can get over the counter. They're all like steroids. But, which makes me realize you knew what was in there. But he wins the Australian Open last year. They suspend him for 3 months. But you know what? When you come back, you know what you can come back and play in? Oh, the French Open. We don't want you to miss any majors.
No, Yannick. Of course. Yeah, the lower tier ones.
Yeah. Even though you were just popped for taking a performance-enhancing drug, which some sports, like baseball, it's like a half a season ban and then progresses. Maria Sharapova was out for like a year, but she was kind of on the tail end of her career. But since this guy is supposed to be like the next best thing, let's not have you miss any majors. Come back for the French.
We need those eyeballs.
They did. Well, him and Alcaraz did play like an epic. Alcaraz came from 2 sets down to win that damn thing. Yeah. It was pretty impressive. And then Sinner came back and whooped Alcaraz at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Like whooped him. And then Alcaraz returned the favor in the U.S. Open. So
there is a little tit for tat going on here.
And I don't know if they, as much as I do like the big three, they all liked each other too much. Like Federer and Nadal are like besties.
They are.
Which you couldn't tell on the court, so I was glad there was like that ruthlessness out there. But I don't know. I want these two to like hate each other. And I think it might be there.
You see it budding, you see it growing.
I do a little.
All I know is that doesn't everybody hate that Greek? What's his name? Stefanos Tsitsipas?
Yeah,
Tsitsipas?
He's a baby and a half out on the court. He whines, complains. He has his own etiquette that he thinks everyone should follow, I guess, because he always complains about other tennis players.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You can do that when you're like Djokovic or Sinner or Alcaraz, but when you're not winning, go home, man.
Go home. Well, you got any dark horses then? We're doing a lot of tennis talk, but anyway, this is a soft spot because we used to play with each other.
I know,
and I still remember that Wimbledon battle between Nadal and Federer. That was one of the great matches I have ever seen.
The shots they were hitting, like every single point was.
And I remember everyone was monsters. Like, Nadal, he's only good on dirt.
Clay.
He only good on the clay, and he won it. He ended up winning that thing.
He did end up winning that. He won a few Wimbledon titles. This year I don't really see a huge dark horse. Like a lot of these players, they're getting kind of too old. Ben Shelton from the U.S. might have a shot. He's got a big serve. His return game's not that great. Jack Draper.
Is that he's related to Don Draper?
I guess.
Oh my God.
I hope so.
Madmen.
Which we're moving right on through. I think we're in like season 3 of Mad Men.
That's a good show. It's a watchable rewatch.
It is. Yeah, my wife had seen it once before, and she's like, I don't remember hardly any of this.
Have you watched it before? This is your first watch?
First watch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you all the spoilers now.
Please don't. I'm pretty sure I know how it ends.
Don Draper?
Someone's ruined it for me.
Dead the whole time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he was dead the whole time. Ghost. Yep. Spoiler.
I've heard differently.
Okay, all right.
But no, there are 2 guys, though, I want known on this podcast.
Ooh, okay. I've got 2 for you.
João Fonseca, 19-year-old from Brazil.
João.
And Jakub Mensik, 20 from the Czech Republic. They will be the next 2 that challenge the new 2.
Ooh, okay.
I'm calling it. They're going to pull kind of like a Djokovic. They're going to kind of be a little bit behind, but when they come up, it's going to be an epic battle royale.
Wow, okay. So they're not going to win this one, but
maybe in a year or 2.
Yeah.
So Jannik Sinner and Alcaraz are going to fly through and get like 2 majors apiece this year probably, but then maybe next year, one of these young guys really comes up.
All right. Well, I'm going to root for the American. I'm looking at Taylor Fritz. Give me a little Taylor Fritz action. Oh, and Miami God, those running backs for Miami are just trains.
C.T. Fletcher, baby.
They are just so huge. Huge run. Just put them on the board. About to be 10-7 now.
Yeah.
My goodness. But no, come on, Taylor Fritz. Let's get an American up in here.
I want to. He just struggles against the new 2.
I know, but he'll do it. I got it.
I hope so.
He won't. His game won't be on the Fritz, if you know what I mean.
That's why you wanted to.
Yo, come on, that's not right. And then the other guy, come on, let's get a Norwegian in there. Casper Ruud. Casper.
Is he dead the whole time?
Oh. Yes. Oh my God. See, we're bringing it all back. I got to work on my Norwegian if I'm going to root for it. It's like, my name is Casper Ruud, and I am from Norway. It's pretty good.
That's a really good one.
Right? Yes.
Well done, Casper.
Yes, Casper Ruud. Don't be a rude dude, man. Come on.
I've heard he is a little rude, actually.
Well, good. There's your mean streak you're looking for. Root for him to face off one of those guys.
Come on, Casper.
No, but it's going to be Alcaraz. Like, it just has to be. He just seems... I know that Sinner's giving him a little bit, but that guy's just playing out of his mind.
I know. The only thing is, and I also want Alcaraz to win because I love Djokovic. I love the big 3, and Djokovic won 10 or 11 Australian Opens. I think Sinner's got 3 now. I don't want him breaking that record.
Is Medvedev ever going to get back there? Wasn't he supposed to be one of the big guys?
He's getting a little older now. The poor Medvedev just kind of, he hit the Federer, Nadal, Djokovic train towards the end of their run.
Yeah, and he just couldn't get past them.
And then kind of you've got the Sinner, Alcaraz.
The new guard.
Yeah, and he just kind of sat there with like the Alexei Zverevs of the world. Tsitsipas, another one that like they came up at the absolute wrong time.
Yeah. It's bad timing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when you have guys like Federer and Nadal and Djokovic, there's just no room to breathe. It's like this area at the top, we're full. You can go a level down.
It's always crazy to me. Like, these are the best of the best in the world. But the difference between those three and, like, the guy that's, like, 16th in the world, I feels like that's the difference between, like, the 16th guy in the world and us or something. Like, it's so far.
Yeah, it's a huge gap.
Like, those guys, whenever the big three were playing in a tournament, and Murray as well, when healthy, those guys, it was almost a race to see how little time they could be on the court to get to the semifinals, because it was always like straight set wins. It wasn't even close until they played each other, and then they were like epic 4-hour like grueling matches that were awesome to watch.
Yeah.
But getting there, it was just, if they lost a set, you're like, ooh, maybe they're gonna lose.
Something wrong?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No.
Yeah, they're fine.
I mean, yeah, poor old Andy Roddick never had a chance. Had a wicked serve.
He's the last American that's won a Grand Slam.
Yeah. I mean, he won a Grand Slam in the lady department.
Mandy Moore, right?
Brooklyn Decker. Well, he dated Mandy Moore, and then he was with Brooklyn Decker.
She was great on The League.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was also in an Adam Sandler flick.
Oh.
Just go with it. With your girl, Jenna Aniston.
Oh, she was in that movie?
She was the lead. Decker was like the side piece for Adam Sandler.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Okay.
But he ended up with Aniston, your girl.
Of course.
Yes.
It's an Adam Sandler movie. Of course.
He always gets the girl.
That's always the good girl.
Yeah, but we can segue from the dominance of the greats in tennis to the dominance in baseball. And man, begrudgingly we can talk about this.
I just put this in there because
You knew it was going to just grind my gears and light the fires. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dodgers keep doing Dodgers things, man. They just signed the best free agent, Kyle Tucker.
Every other team had a
$240 million.
Yep.
For 4 years.
Yep.
And it's just the rich get richer, man. It's like, when are they going to fix this?
Yeah,
it's to this point where I feel like the Dodgers are daring. It's like, we're going to keep doing this until you make us stop.
Why not?
Like, they don't care if they're playing half the games. They probably love that because they're still getting paid like full-time players, but they are so deep.
Oh, I know.
Like, half of these guys, they don't have to play half the time.
And they won't.
Like, Kyle Tucker's going to be in right field, maybe left field for, 80 games?
They are a very old team. I don't know. I mean, eventually they can't. I mean,
yes,
the lineup will be that deep.
Yes, they can. Once these guys age out, they'll just go buy the new guard.
They will. But hey, I got a couple of things. First, any other team could have gone out there.
No, they can't. They don't have that kind of money.
Well, but some of the teams that had money could have. The Red Sox could have ponied up. I
think they tried to. I think wasn't Kyle Tucker. He was in the running. The Cubs were trying to get him back.
Yeah. Now they had just gotten Bregman.
I know the Yankees were trying to get him back.
Yeah, the Mets, I'm sure, wanted to get Kyle Tucker.
They got your boy Bo Bichette.
They did. Good for the Mets. Bad for Bo Bichette. But no, I couldn't help but think, like, I mean, but the Dodgers have also, they spend money to make money. They got Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto. The amount of money that they have racked up in Asia, they can afford to pay all this luxury tax stuff. But it costs them a lot of money to get these guys. I don't know. It's, at my core, I don't like it, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't do the same dang thing, though. That if I can afford this guy, and I can afford these guys because of all the money I'm making everywhere else, and I can afford to pay the luxury tax because we're going to go over, isn't that what you would do?
I mean, this is the exact same reason I can't stand college football right now. It's because these lower level teams, these lower level college programs, they're seeds. They're seed teams. Like, we're just warming them up for you.
Yeah.
And then you can just have them when we can't afford them anymore. It depreciates the competitive nature of the sport in itself. Like, What's the over-under on the Dodgers winning games next year? It's going to be like 110?
They're heavily favored.
They got to be 110 over-under on their win total next year. Like, outside of multiple significant injuries on that team, they're probably, at this point, they've got to be like minus 400 favorites to win the World Series.
I will say, I'm not a fan of this move as much either, because it just, when we had talked about like the Brewers and the Dodgers and that NLCS and how that was big for multiple reasons, but it was like we were going through each team, and the Dodgers had actually made a lot more trades than people think and gotten some of these players. And yes, occasionally they've seemingly like signed guys. And that's kind of what the Yankees actually kind of did before the like the Alex Rodriguez era, where they had drafted Jorge Posada, they drafted Mariano Rivera, or no, they traded him. I think he was on like the Phillies or something. They drafted Derek Jeter, Paul O'Neill. They got like through a trade, but then they just started like signing everybody, like the A-Rods, the Mark Teixeiras, and stopped trading. And I'm afraid that's what like the Dodgers are doing, and it does kind of water down them as like an organization where they're not even having to try anymore. Like before, they were pretty shrewd with some, like the Mookie Betts. I mean, that was a pretty shrewd trade to get him from the Red Sox. And they had done that with like a bunch of their pitchers before, but now it's just, this guy's out there.
I mean, it was like when they got Scherzer from the Nats.
Yeah.
They gave away what were potentially top farm prospects in JoJo Gray and Keibert Ruiz.
That's right.
He's not French, but I'm going to make it Keibert. I'm Keibert Ruiz. But both of those guys are nothing.
No.
They just, I know it was a rental, but man, they still came out on top of that trade. JoJo's broken. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, poor guy.
But yeah, the other thing that's like, I'm not alone in this, is like Dodgers are the new evil empire. People can't stand the Dodgers. I actually pulled up USA Today, did a recent article. I don't think it was like voted on, but they pretty much said, here are the most hated sports teams of all time.
Ooh.
I will give you the Dodgers are on the list.
Okay.
But I want to see how many of you get this. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that these teams could be at any point in history. So if there's an area, a time era where these people were despised, you can pick from that exact time. Who do you think a top five? Who do you think? New England
Patriots.
Patriots are on there. They are number 3. Patriots are on there for obvious reasons. Between 2002 and 2019, they won 6 Super Bowls. Just jealousy fuels hatred, right?
Yeah.
So they were number 3 on this list.
The like post, 2010-ish New York Yankees.
Yankees are range, number 2. They are number 2 on this. Absolutely. They are number 2 on that list. So you got 3 and 2. I'll give you one. There. I'll give you a quick hint. There's no hockey.
Oh, I was just thinking some.
There's no soccer or football.
Okay.
So you got the big 3. You got.
Are the Chiefs in there?
The Chiefs are not in there.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you another hint. I always talk about the glory days of the NBA. Who do you think was hated in those glory days? I can give you another hint, but this one's going to give it away.
Bulls.
No, the Bulls, but somebody they tangled with.
The Pistons.
Yes, the bad boys. The bad boy Pistons. Yeah, okay. Number 5 of the most hated sports teams.
Oh my gosh! Please tell me it's the Miami Heat. It's not LeBron.
It's not Miami Heat.
Oh, come on!
I'll give you one more hint for number 4. It's not a professional sports team. It's a college team.
Notre Dame.
No. Most hated.
Oh, Alabama.
No.
Oh.
You're thinking football. Think about a different sport.
University of Kentucky basketball. Duke.
It's Duke.
Oh my gosh.
It's Duke. Yeah, Duke's number 4. I am first row of that hate parade right there. I can't stand Duke. Can't stand them. But this one is specifically talking about Leitner. Remember they did the 30 for 30 year. I hate Christian Leitner, and it was also when Krasinski, while he's been one of the greatest coaches in history, he's also one of the most insufferable. He's just...
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, can't stand him. And then I hinted at it, but it's official. Dodgers, number 1. Congratulations, you bought your way to the top.
LA probably don't give a damn about that.
Yeah. I mean, they're just... If they were If they were in the Olympics, they'd just be racking up them golds. But thank goodness they are not in the Olympics, and baseball's not an Olympic sport. But you know what? It is time. We talked about it on our last segment. We're going to bring up Olympic stock every episode leading up. And I see the juices flowing out of Semco. He's just oozing red, white, and blue right now, my people. We're not filming yet, but if you could see his face right now, he is just chomping at the bit.
So happy.
So what are we talking about this segment for, or this podcast? What are we talking about for the Olympics this time?
I think we're just going to kind of go over what our favorite sports, our Olympic events are.
Yeah, and not sports, they're events,
I know,
Jason.
I corrected myself. Some of our least favorite.
Okay.
Maybe the ones that we would rather just not see on there.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, maybe... Well, we'll go over the new event real quick. Ski mountaineering. We can talk about that.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, there's a few events that used to be in the Winter Olympics that I don't know if you think maybe we should have them brought back or just maybe...
Leave them in the dirt.
Leave them in the dirt, maybe.
Yeah.
Because there's one that I would really want to see. And then, the other ones, I'm kind of glad that they're not. But we can maybe just kind of go down that real quick.
All right, well, let's start it off, man. Favorite events. Not only the ones that you like, but ones that you would enjoy participating in.
I don't even know if it really superly counts, because it only counts if the NHL players are in hockey. When they're not, I really don't have an interest at all in it. I'd rather watch all the other sports. But when the NHL guys can play... Yeah. I'm all in for
all
in,
hockey. Man. Yeah. And you've seen some of the promotions, right, for the U.S. team. They're like, we just want to beat the crap out of Canada. That's
of course.
it.
Yes.
Love it. I love that they're like, we don't even care about gold. We just want to beat Canada.
That was the best All-Star game ever when they just did the Four Nations.
Oh, tournament. Yeah. What a great move by NHL.
Yeah. The only downside is that Russia won't be in it, and Russia would be loaded.
Every year they would be. Or every Olympics they would be. Yeah.
But we'll talk about next week, some of our favorite moments. Ooh, yeah. And I believe we'll probably both have a big hockey.
I'm going to try. Yeah, we'll have a big hockey, but I'm going to try and surprise you on a couple of those moments.
I will too.
I know. You'll probably pull something out of nowhere and be like, yeah, when Jorgen Snurgen won the shot put in winter, I was like, there's a shot put in winter? What are you talking about?
When Amon won the long ski jump when he was only 17? Yeah, we'll go there. No.
All right, bring it on.
No, but after hockey, so look, man, I'm hooked on it. I love it. I'm all in for curling. It is such a great atmosphere. It is so fun to watch. These guys hit some crazy good shots, and they get into it. They've got the craziest hairstyles, and it just looks like four guys that just went to get a beer at a Bennigan's or something. But they're world-class athletes.
These people are the people you would just you'd be riding the subway with. You have no idea.
Exactly.
I'm a gold medalist. Sure you are.
Yeah.
It's you're like, I'm on a New York subway. And I got a crazy person who says he's a freaking gold medalist. He even has one that he made. It's obviously chocolate, but he's just carrying it around like a lunatic. No, I really won one for curling. Okay. So you got curling, you got hockey. Anything else?
I do like the 4-man bobsled.
Okay.
Yeah, the other ones are fun, but the 4-man...
That goes back to your cool runnings. You're just like, oh man, cool runnings.
Does. And it's just the 4 of them. And there's a little bit of, if I'm being honest, I think if there was a sport that I would have been able to participate in, I think I would have been either the second or third guy that's part of that.
Okay, so you'd be bobsled.
I think I'd be, because fast off the start, you got to have the speed. Mm-hmm. So I think I'd fit in well.
Okay.
And then I do like the biathlon. I get into that one.
Yeah.
And the short track speed skating.
Not the long track.
Not the long track.
You like them quickies.
Because the drama is everywhere. And there's always a review. There's always someone that gets penalized for cutting. Sometimes it stinks, but man, it's always something.
All right. This is a good segue because I'm aligned with you on the short track speed skating. Man, I love it when they're literally inches away from each other. It's a face-to-face competition. They're right next to a lot of these, which we'll talk about, I'm sure. I can't stand some of these because you're not competing against somebody. You're competing against a time. And it doesn't have that same kind of energy. When you're right next to the person you're competing for gold, man, that's got a different level of
completely
electricity to it. And the speed state, and we all remember Apollo Ono.
Yes.
He was our man. That was our boy, right? Loved us some Apollo.
Help but root for him.
But yeah, I mean, like, even when I don't have a rooting, if it's on, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Mostly also because the girls that do that are just silly. They're just fantastic. No, the short speed skating is definitely one of them. I jumped right in there. Do you have any more, or those are your big
Actually,
ones?
that was it.
Okay, I saw timing. The inklings, so I didn't want to make sure. Other one that I'm a big fan of. You like bobsledge? Dude, I like the skeleton because it's terrifying. It is. I'm like, you are hurtling down here like on this rickety thing, and it's just like you've got no fear. And that's my segue to. I really couldn't compete in any of these, but I think if I could, it would be the skeleton in my younger days because I had no fear.
It's true.
It goes back to that I'm not surviving past 30, right? It's like, I was like, breakneck, I'm not slowing down, I'm not putting the e-brake on, I'm just going to hurtle down there as fast as I freaking can and hope I survive.
Then you might have been a fan of one of the events that's no longer in the Olympics that we'll get into.
Okay, well, we'll get in there.
Yeah.
Like I've got two more here for you. Other one I like alongside you is ice hockey. I mean, you gotta love it, especially when the NHL is playing it. You gotta love it. You got the best of the best playing, and it's there's some familiarity there. I know the sport very, very well, so it's fun to see the best of the best, and then the pride that goes with these guys wearing their country's colors. And again, you're competing right across the face off. The guy that you're competing against. There's no, who's the fastest score goal? You're playing against your competitor right here. And it is physical, and it is aggressive in nature, and I'm a huge fan.
They're game sevens like every game.
Every game. It's so fantastic. And my last one, this is the dark horse, because you mentioned it, hasn't even been happened yet, ski mountaineering. I cannot wait to watch ski mountaineering. You're telling me these people are racing again? They are with these other people, climbing up this mountain. They are climbing up this mountain, and then they have to ski down it. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
I cannot wait to watch ski mountaineering. That is must watch for me.
Getting ready for this, I watched a video maybe like 3 weeks or like a month ago. I was like, "What is this thing?" And the video that I watched, though, it reminded me, though, of when we did that Tough Mudder in, like, West Virginia. Because at one point, there's just, like, a hill in front of them. And it's, like, to get the mileage in or something, which is what they did in the Tough Mudder, they just kind of had you, like, run up the hill at a diagonal, get to the top, and then, like, run back down at a diagonal. And then run up and then back down. And I was like, they're doing the exact same thing.
I love it. I can't wait to watch that.
But yeah, some of them you're on your skis and you're going uphill, but then some of them you have to get off the skis.
And you got to climb.
Like, climb up.
You got to climb.
And then the downhill. I'm interested to see kind of how it ends. Like, are they going to end it on like a downhill where you can try to
I think it's a downhill, right?
Yeah, I think catch them.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. The only thing that can make that better is you remember that really, really old school computer game where you're on a ski, you're like, wait, and then a bear comes out of nowhere and they eat you alive. If they allow bears on the course, man, must watch TV.
Are they allowed to have guns with them? The biathlon?
Oh, well, write this down. Let's send it into the Olympic Committee. I think we got a new event. Death-defying, quite literally. Combine those two, ski mountaineering and biathlon. In the middle of hunting. Bear territory. If you bag like a bear, you shave off like 30 seconds on your time.
I was going to say, you'd have some guys that might just go straight for the hunting.
Probably. But I would watch that.
I would too.
So those are my four. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like I surprised you when I said I love the Winter Olympics. I think you thought I was really going to kind of sleep on it, but I dig it. I dig a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do like almost all the events. Those are just like my like top ones. When it's on, it's like get a little extra giddy for like, oh yeah, I do want to watch that.
Yeah.
But now we got to get to like our least favorite.
Okay, all right. So what do you got on your least favorite, man?
Well, the ice dancing.
The ice dancing. You talked about it. I was like, I didn't even know this thing existed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just exactly what it sounds like. They've got the skates, and they're just you can't jump. There's something where like you can't jump a certain amount in the air, and it's just it's dancing on skates.
Oh, great.
I'm not a big fan of like the Nordic combined.
Do they get on the dancing back? Do they get the little streamer like they do in the Olympics?
I don't even get that. But that one's all about like what your partner's dressed as. Like that one's all like for show.
Yeah.
The ski or the ice dancing. So whatever. But
whatever.
The Nordic combined, that's like ski jumping and a little bit of cross country skiing, but it's mostly ski jumping. I'll watch that, but compared to all the other events, I'd be okay if that wasn't there. So ski jumping's on there too.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan of the non-short track speed skating because that one, it's weird because of the way the ice is, they have to cross all the time.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't really know who's winning or not.
Yeah.
And Indiana just blocked a punt for a touchdown.
Oh, get out of here. Yeah. No flags on the field.
Defense coming up big.
Yeah. Cristobal's, I wasn't expecting that. We were supposed to be the best defense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, Miami. This is like a home game for Miami.
I know. And Indiana's gone in there and just taken it to them like they have all year.
So, you're just chomping the crap out of that gum right now.
Yeah, I know. But I will say for the speed skating, I will definitely be watching when the women's Netherlands team is on there.
The Netherlands.
As much as I hate Logan or Jake Paul, whichever one's the idiot boxer.
I think they both are, but I think Jake is the... No. Yes.
Jake, yeah.
Jake.
I think it is Jake.
He's the worst.
But, his fiance, she's quite the looker for Team Netherlands.
All right.
And
so
then,
you're gonna go against your nation and root for them Netherlands.
No, I just maybe want her to advance all the way.
just make all the races. Just make all the races. Yeah.
And then the men, we'll get into it more next week, but there's actually like a stud from the U.S. for the men's side, so I'll watch.
And that's the long form.
Yeah. But the one event that maybe you might kind of be shocked, but it's next to ice dancing. It's probably the next one I would want out of there. The snowboarding.
Dude, I'm right there with you.
Oh, man.
I know. I'm shocked. I thought that was going to be a shock to the system for you. I was like, I'm ready to get rid of the snowboard in the Olympics.
I watched a lot of the X Games as a kid.
Yes.
And it's just too X Gamesy for me, man.
Well, not only is it, but it's an overlap. We already have this. Yeah. We have it in the X Games. And because the X Games feels more punk rock or more like, cool with the cool kids. We talked about how like the Olympics seems very stuffy at points.
It's kind of like Snoop Dogg.
Snowboard just doesn't seem to fit in that stuffy mentality. And you've already got this raucous crowd at the X Games where that's all they're here to see. All they're here to see is the half pipe.
Yeah.
All they're here to see is these awesome like speed snowboard races down a hill and stuff like that. It's like, why are we doing the Olympics? I don't understand. I understand that it's like, we want to be equal. We're just as good as skiing and all that stuff. But it's like, dude, skiing is the lesser of the two in the X Games. You're welcoming becoming the lesser of the two in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I really thought we were going to be on opposite sides of that. Dang it. Sorry, guy.
Were you like a snowboarder growing up or anything?
I was.
Okay.
I snowboarded. I broke my arm.
I thought you would have been a fan of it then. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's like it has its place, the X Games. It's like that's where you live. That's where you can really show some flair. And, again, it feels out of place.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love watching it. It just seems out of place at the Olympics.
Agreed.
So those are your wish they'd be gone. All right. Well, yeah, my shocker was supposed to be snowboarding there. You know where I'm going with this. Cross country skiing. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. I don't understand the point of, like, are you just like, well, we have long form running in the Summer Olympics.
Let's do something.
Let's just do something for a marathon. Can kick rocks in the freaking Summer Olympics too, for all I care.
You can kick rocks. For all I care.
My goodness. All right. Yeah. Touch the nerve. Yeah. But cross
country. You ran in a marathon. You ran in the
Chicago one. I've got the bib to prove it. Not the bib. I've got the shirt to prove it. But maybe it came with the bib. I'll have to go look. But no, cross country skiing, that's just interminable to watch. No, thank you, sir. And then even some of the downhill skiing stuff, I'll get with the slalom just because they're going at breakneck speeds the explosive crashes are entertaining.
Like watching a NASCAR race.
Yeah, just waiting for the car crash. Yeah. But yeah, I don't need to see you just bullet down a hill as fast as humanly possible. I did that when I first started skiing. I'm not joking. Jimbo was there when we first tried, and I got tired of doing, pizza, French fry. So I was like, I'm going French fry the whole way down.
Oh, boy.
And I did. And then I did the side stop. sprayed a bunch of people.
Hey, ladies.
Girl's like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then I tried a black diamond because I was like, I'm killing this thing. And then I just murdered myself. Absolutely murdered. I was like, where's the... It's like I put the tips on the hill. I was like, I can't even see the ground. It's so steep here.
Oh, boy.
So I always finally remember, it's like I was eating it so frequently on that, and there was a ski lift that was going up. I was like, these people just see me eat it every 20 feet. This is embarrassing.
Getting their laughs on.
But yeah, so I mean, maybe it's because I was a snowboard guy. It's like a lot of the skiing stuff, I was like, I'll be skiing, cross-country skiing can kick rocks. I didn't even know ice dancing was a thing. So yes, that can go too. Absolutely. I'll keep ski jumping. Because, again, they're soaring in the air so long, they're practically flying. And Eddie the Eagle is one of my picks of my movies, and that's ski jumping. So I'm a fan of that, too. But, again, same thing with me. It's like I don't need 2 speed skatings. I don't. I need one. I need one that's white-knuckling, and it's exciting, and they're all right next to each other.
Like, if you could have it where, like, 4 competitors are somehow going through a track, kind of like literally like a track, like track and field. In like the Summer Olympics. You know, if you could have them all next to each other kind of competing in a final, I'd be more on board with it. But when it's like, you just got to beat this guy's time from 4 heats ago, and you're just out there with somebody else. I don't know. It's weird to me.
It's kind of like, in the Summer Olympics, how many swim meets do you freaking need? And they've got the one that's like super long. It's like 10 length. It's like, I'm bored after 4. Let's go. The long form speed skating, same thing. It's like, I've got a more exciting version of this right next to you.
True.
I'm going to watch that. I don't care about this one. Same thing with the long form swimming. I don't want to watch you do 10 lengths.
As much as I love Katie Ledecky and her dominance, it's just, I'm not going to spend 15 minutes watching your race.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
See you beat people by 3 minutes. Like, it's kind of a slow pace, just back and forth.
Yeah, it'd put me to sleep. If I'm looking for some NyQuil in the Olympics, that's it.
Yeah, I know.
So those are my. You can kick rocks. You can go bye. But we're not even just looking at that. Some of those events have already gone bye. So I'd love to hear it, Semco. You did a deep dive on this. What are some of those games that are no longer available to us, and should any of them be back?
So the first one, since you I kind of mentioned it because you seem to be a fan of the speed. There was speed skiing.
What is the difference?
Where you literally just start at the top, you go off, and then you just
bullet down. Are there other people right next to you, or are you just going? Yeah, that can kick rocks.
But the reason why, well, first it is pretty stupid. But
what's the skill? It's like, just don't die.
I mean, they are freaking like moving, and I'm sure like staying in the best, most aerodynamic position probably does put a hamper on the body, and you are going like 120 to 125 miles an hour.
That's a bit terrifying.
Yeah. But the helmets that they wore...
Were they like teardrops? They like went like this?
Yes. Yeah. It was like Darth Vader's helmet mixed with like a stealth bomber or something. Yeah. Like, it looked so stupid. And they're in like these like thicker looking, almost like latex uniform type
They had
things.
to have some kind of padding, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're going that fast.
Those helmets, they just look so stupid. And all they do is just push off, take like a couple of like strokes with the skis, and then get into the position, and then that's all they do down the hill.
Just don't die.
Basically.
Don't die.
But that sounds like that would have been up your alley.
Only for the horrific crashes. He's broken every bone in his body. I'm like, ooh, that was a rough one.
Your head would have been protected.
Pull the whole side out. That's a shame.
That's
just eating popcorn. Yeah. That's a shame.
Well, he was just trying to go down the hill really, really fast. Yeah. What did he think was going to happen?
I can do that.
Well, they did have a snowshoeing event.
No, pass. Just like cross country. Why? Why would you do this? Why would this be like just trudging in snowshoes? Tennis rackets on your feet?
You didn't have any poles. Yeah, tennis rackets on your feet.
That's ridiculous.
And it just literally looks like the start of like a 10K race where all these people are running next to each other, bumping into each other, trying to get a spot, but with snowshoes.
I mean, you almost had me with it being almost full contact. They're all running together, just like.
Now that would be funny.
That would be funny. If somebody steps on your snowshoe, like, ooh, like I fell out of my snowshoe. It's like, where is it? It's buried in the snow. That would be pretty funny. But
this next one never shouldn't have been an event. Ski ballet.
Oh my God.
where they literally went down like the bunny slope and they would just do
pirouettes and twirls.
Yes,
that
on their
sounds
skis.
Terrible.
It's the stupidest
My God.
looking thing I had ever seen. It reminded me of, it's kind of cool when you like kind of look at it at first, but when they would have, if you remember when we were watching the X Games way back when, where they would have like on the bike and they'd be standing on like the back and they would have to stay on there and do like some tricks.
Yeah.
But you're just like, but there's so many more cool things you can do on the bike instead of like dancing on it. Same with the skis.
Yeah.
Like go off a half pipe or go down a slalom. Like speed skiing would be better than the ski ballet. But they just look so awkward because they're on skis, so you really can't like jump that well, but they try it.
It's like I jumping across my skis.
And the skis are so big, so when they try to like spin around, it looks really awkward.
They're like, I'm going backwards now.
Yeah, so that was...
Whole lot of pizza, french fry. Pizza, french fry.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
But the one that I wish was still a sport.
Okay.
It's called ski joring.
Ski joring. All right, now before you tell me, ski joring is when you are joring? I don't know, what is that?
Yeah,
ski
I don't know
joring is when you ski and you have to jump off your skis and start swimming.
No.
Okay, that'd be cool though.
But it kind of does remind you of something that you do on the water. So it's either done with horses or dogs.
Oh, okay.
But it's basically like water skiing.
Oh, I had the water bit. I was closer than I thought I would be. I was like, oh my God, I had it's bad water.
But it's like water skiing, but the horse or dogs are the boat. And so there's a rope behind the animal.
So they're pulling you.
Yeah, they're pulling you. And you go through like courses. Some of them are...
How deep is the water?
Well, it's not water. It's on the ice or it's on the snow.
Oh, what was this water you're talking
but
about?
It's
like water skiing, but on snow.
On snow.
And instead of a boat, you have dogs
or horse.
All right. Did you get to choose? I want a horse.
Yeah, there'd be certain events that was just for like that was either like the horse or the dog.
Okay, so you could.
Horses are moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're just going like back and forth like you're literally on like water skis, and some of them they'd be like some jumps, and then others would be kind of like a slalom. Like you got to make sure you go through like these gates.
If you're doing the horse, is somebody on the horse?
Yeah, someone's on.
I was about to say, it's like you just trusting this horse to know where the F to go.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I really hope that thing doesn't run into that goddamn tree.
Or set you up.
Yeah, it's like, stupid horse, goose.
But man, that event...
Well, the dogs have to know, because nobody's riding a dog.
I actually didn't see the video of the dogs. I don't know if there's someone that's like... It's like sled dogs, and there's someone that's there
okay.
mushing.
Yeah, okay.
I would assume so.
Because if it was just dogs, that'd be hilarious, too. Just see a snow rabbit.
Yeah.
No.
A rabbit veers to the left.
Right off a cliff.
But yeah, that was an event that was quickly shuttered.
You know, I like it. It intrigues me because, again, to your point, it's like you're adding an animal element to it. Okay, I see what you're going there.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of like interesting. Other than that, I think the other ones, it's a good thing that they're not out there. There was a sport called bandy, which is like hockey with a ball, but the field is like a full football length and width, and the goals are like a little bit bigger than like field hockey goals. Okay. But yeah, it's like street hockey. It's on the ice though, but it's much bigger, and it just seemed like it was field hockey.
It's a bastardization of real hockey.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a break real quick. Miami answered the call.
They did.
They marched right down the field after that blocked kick touchdown, and they just put 7 on the board. So we still got ourselves a game.
It's a 3-point game.
17-14. Miami's not going away.
No.
Indiana's definitely not running roughshod like they had the last 2 weeks. So good on Miami for we ain't no quitting this dog.
There's not.
Type of mentality. Well, you know, we were talking about the some of the events and some of the things that I said I enjoyed about it. It's the fear factor of it. It's like, I'm going to break every bone in my body. It's like into the slaloms, the speed skating. You piqued me a little bit because I was like, they're going 120 miles an hour. That's freaking terrifying. Yes. You know what else is terrifying, Semco?
What's that?
Shark attacks. Yeah.
Really? Are they?
Out of left field. So, I don't know if you saw this, but in Sydney, there have been 3 shark attacks in the last 2 days in Sydney. I'm not going to the water. Who's going to the water right now?
I wouldn't go in the water anywhere near Australia. It seems like it's not a shark. It's like some type of, I don't know, eel
box
or
jellyfish. Yeah, that'll kill you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just Australia alone. You've mentioned this before. It's like, I don't want to go to Australia because everything there's trying to kill me.
Yes. Yeah, I did see that there's a show that my wife and I like, Alone, where they take like contestants out to a random area and drop them, and they got to just survive as long as they can. They've got one for Australia. Those people are crazy because that is a country trying to kill you.
Just everything there is just like, you are not supposed to be here. So I'm going to make you pay for it.
Get out of the water.
No, man. Shark attacks... And this is coming from a guy that has been on multiple shark cage diving expeditions. So I love going out there and seeing it. But when I know there's zero element of danger or very minimal element of danger right there. But yeah, shark attacks have terrified me for the longest time. Ever since I saw Jaws. When I saw Jaws as a kid, I'm like, I just, like, even going to the bathtub, I was like, there's a shark in here, I'm going to die. But, I mean, you see some of this gruesome...
Come up through the toilet. You never know.
There's waterways. Yeah. They live in the water. But, yeah, no, like, shark attacks, definitely one of those things. And I think the biggest thing is, like, I'm not afraid of going in the ocean.
Yeah.
But when I can't see the what I'm swimming around in, and if I'm deep enough, if seaweed grazes my leg, I'm out of there. Like, get me out.
If you can touch and... you can still keep like your head out of water. For some reason, you feel safe.
Yeah.
But then the second you get out into that water,
you're just doing a little baby kicks. You're like, can't feel nothing underneath.
And you're like, what is underneath of me? Like what? Like you just went from safe zone to
the unknown.
Yeah.
It's like
it is freaky.
I mean, just being out there, just floating in the abyss. Like I mentioned, Jaws. One of the most terrifying movies I've ever seen. There's this little indie bit. Did you ever see this called Open Water?
I think I saw a little bit of it, but the concept of it is...
That's it. That's all I need.
Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. Off on a snorkeling or a scuba diving expedition in some third world country or some country that does tourism really shady-wise, and they get left out in the middle of the ocean by their tour guides. Biggest fear.
Yeah.
I'm floating out there, and I think the biggest thing is not only that there are sharks in the freaking water, but I'm in their domain. You give me a shark on land, I got him. I'm going to beat that shark to death.
You better.
But I'm in their domain. I am in their house.
Yeah.
And I have no qualms with them attacking me because I'm in their house.
And you can't even see them coming.
No.
Unless, they stick the fin out.
That's almost worse. Even if you do see them coming,
what are you going to do?
You going to stop them?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? This thing is an apex predator in the ocean. I can barely do a breaststroke. That thing is going to... That thing could be 100 yards away from me. It's getting me in 5 seconds.
It's like trying to run away from a bear. You're just not going to.
No.
He's going to get you.
Like, you're like, at a minimum, if the shark wants to, he's getting a pound of my flesh.
Yeah.
If not more. The best I can do is... What is it? Gouge him in the eyes or punch him in the gills.
Yeah.
Or, people say bop him in the nose. I'm going for eyes or gills. I don't have the ability to find his... Where's his nose? Like, no, I'm going for his gills, his breathing apparatus. I'm ripping those suckers out.
Doing whatever it takes.
But knock on wood, that's never happened. But yeah, that's definitely something that is always going to be in the back of my mind anytime I go on any oceanic adventure.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those moments where you're on a boat, you're like, what if I fell over, like, right now?
All the time. I mean, it's just what would happen. Or if you're just stuck on, like a raft out there. Like, no one's ever going to find you.
Yeah. You ever get on that boat, you're like, what if this engine just kicks right now?
Radio goes out.
Yeah. Other movie that terrified me, Perfect Storm. Same reason.
Yeah.
Out there, boat capsizes, you're dead.
Power to those guys that can do it like the, what was it, like the TV show?
Deadliest Catch?
Deadliest Catch.
Yes.
I mean, those waters... You fall off, you're done.
No, yeah, you ain't coming back from that.
Like, it's not even the fact. There's just no way you can turn the boat to try to find anybody in that current. The waves are going. Nope. Like, you're gone.
Yeah. You could be wearing a glow-in-the-dark onesie. Doesn't matter. Yeah. You are toast.
And that boat is just, those waves, they're just up and down and, yeah.
You're a fisherman. You've gone deep sea fishing before, haven't you?
I've actually never.
Really?
I've done we did like a half day thing. we went out there decently.
Where'd you go? Chesapeake Bay? Where'd you go?
Well, so I did do that actually. Yeah, and we caught like 10 plus like striper, and brought them back. Had a big old fish fillet.
Nice.
But yeah, we were all the way down in like North Carolina by the end of that.
Okay.
And then like a half day thing in North Carolina, but yeah, never did like that full. Like I always wanted to go down to like Oregon Inlet down there at Cape Hatteras and just go out for like marlin or tuna and then like come back or do like a 2-day type thing. Mm-hmm. That would be fun.
You know, I got a big tuna. Did I tell you this?
No.
Yeah, when I lived in Hawaii, one of my bits was that I got to try out all of these expeditions pro bono.
That's right.
Because I had to sell them when I was doing timeshare and all that kind of stuff. A little deep dive of Bigo. And one of them was I took my parents out to go. It was a half day, but they motored us out there. Yeah. And I caught like a 250-pound yellowtail, man.
Got in the fight.
Got a picture of it. Thing? Got in a chair. Reeled that sucker in.
Nice.
They were gruesome bringing that thing in the boat, though. Had that big hook, pulled them in, and then my poor mother, she was sitting there like, wow, look at this thing there. Stand back. It's massive. It's going to like break a leg or something. And they just had an aluminum bat and just beat the living daylights out of it. They hit one right dead in the eyes, and blood splattered all over my mom. She was like, ah! It was hilarious. And she was like, I didn't sign up for this. Oh, man. But that was cool. I got a picture. I don't know where it is. I got a picture of me holding that bad boy up. It's back really when I was pulling the sea bear, the long locks. I had the long locks in that picture.
Right, you did.
Not a good look. Not with this 5 head I have right here.
I think you made it look all right, but yeah, I mean, Sea Bear pulled off the long hair.
Yeah, I'll leave it to the professionals there. Yeah, him and you and your curly locks. We're talking a lot of hair. Two episodes in a row here.
That's enough hair. That's enough hair talk.
Well, where are we at on the game right now, man? Is it still 17-14?
Yeah, Indiana's got like a 4th and 5, close to midfieldish. I think they might go for it. I think guy from Indiana just got hurt, and they're all kind of circled around him.
Oh no!
But this is going to be a good game.
It is. You know, you're probably going to stay over after we stop recording and watch the rest of this game right here. Gotta talk about it. Well, last thing on the shark thing, because I talked ad nauseum about my movies. Did you have any movies that topped Jaws? Were you one of those stupid like Deep Blue Sea guys? Oh, that movie's great.
Is that the one with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, Sam Jackson, LL Cool J. It's not a good movie at all. It's terrible. The sharks are smart. My God. We gave them brains, now they're smart.
I thought that was an entertaining movie.
It was. I'll give you entertaining. I'm not going to call them good.
So when you brought up this topic, I kind of sat this whole day kind of like, am I going to give a little bit of a young Jay Bear?
Yeah.
And
come on, all the people want is a little young Jay Bear to listen to.
And the only thing I can kind of think of is now that like Matt Coleman listens to the show.
Oh, Coleman listens? We got a listener out of Coleman?
We did.
All right. Good to have you, Cole.
Yeah. I kind of thought he stopped after I told him about the podcast, but then he messaged me about the Michael Jordan card that I have.
Oh, really? He's like, how much?
Everyone. Like,
how much?
I've gotten the most comments from that is like, how much is that thing now? I was like, I guess I got to try to figure it out.
I thought Coleman was going to try and buy it off of you. You owe me.
I ain't selling that.
So you remember that sandwich I gave you like 5 years ago? That's had interest incurred in.
I thought it was going to be more like, remember how I gave you like a really good deal to live in my condo for so long?
There you go. The Pied Piper's coming.
Which I wouldn't be mine because he was more than generous with
his accommodations.
Yes. So thank you very much because that turned out to be like 5 years or something. I thought it was going to be like a year. But it was, great spot, great location. So Jaws almost will always be my number one.
Yes.
Because I was literally part of Jaws Rules fan club.
Jaws Rules fan club. All right. What in the world is that?
So 3 other friends of mine.
Okay.
Around like 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
We had quite the affinity for Jaws.
Uh-huh.
Not only the first movie,
the second,
third, and the 4th.
What was the 4th one called? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember what it was called.
It was a terrible name.
It was
terrible. It was a terrible movie.
It was terrible. I actually liked the 3rd. That was probably my second favorite of them all.
All right.
When it was at like the like a theme park type thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one. But no, this was like a short period of time in like 4th grade. But friends and I, basically all we would do would be like draw pictures of scenes from Jaws. And when we'd go spend the night at someone's house. We would watch all the Jaws movies and put the pictures up all along the walls.
You dorks.
We were.
You dorks.
We actually, in school, because it was weird, in like 4th and 5th grade, you didn't go outside for like your break.
Okay.
So we had to just
This
sit
is
inside.
Catholic school stuff we're talking about?
Yeah. And I think Coleman was in my 4th grade class. But we asked the teacher, like, all the time if we could put up all the drawings we made, like, in
You were
the
so
classroom.
proud. Look at this adorable little J-Bear.
I was not proud. Like, I ended up kind of leaving them after a while, but they were so...
He was like, you guys are dorks. I've outgrown you.
So literally, though,
I like girls now.
I like sports was more like it, because they would get mad at me because during like lunches or something or before school, I'd want to play whatever's being played, basketball, dodgeball. And they're like, hey man, like we're drawing pictures of Jaws here.
This is Jaws rules, okay, man?
For the sleepover.
Oh.
And I'm like, but I want to play basketball. And they were like, it's Jaws rules or
nothing.
And I had to be like,
them.
Yeah. Like, you're going to tell me I can't play sports? Look, I love you guys.
That's how cults start. They probably have a cult now. It's called Jaws Rules.
God, but yeah, I feel like it was for like 6 months. It might have only been for like a few weeks or a few months maybe. But yeah, the Jaws Rules fan club, and we watched the movies every single time. The VHS of Jaws 1
just
like
worn out.
Skipped the beginning so much, and it was like the one kid who's like he's actually like a Civil War writer. He's actually pretty big in that like realm.
Okay.
But he like memorized all 4 of the movies, and we would just sit there at like lunch and listen to him just
repeat it like verbatim. My God, man. 5th or 6th grade? Jesus.
4th grade.
Well, that's not any better. 4th grade, you're just reciting Jaws 4.
He was, yeah. I wasn't. I was like, I like the movies, guys, but
it somehow made it into a theme park.
Oh man, yeah, that was. I had forgotten about that until I don't know. Someone
triggered.
It might have been Coleman or something. Actually, brought that up. Like, remember when you did that? I was like, I do now.
It's like I buried that away. I was like, hoping never to remember that again.
I do remember feeling so like embarrassed when they came over to my house and we put up all those pictures. I was like, my dad is probably like, what is wrong with this kid?
Did you guys have like cool nicknames like I'm Jason Sharkfin Semko?
No, but we would kind of have a character that, you know.
Did you write fan fiction? Were you writing like your own Jaws scripts?
I think the other guy, the Civil War guy, was, but he was all about like Quint, and he would quote his lines like all the time wherever we were. Yeah, it was quite a scene.
I only got the one. It's like, we're gonna need a bigger boat. That's all I got. I get kicked out of Jaws rules so fast.
Pippin.
I get kicked out of Jaws rules so fast. They're like, what's your partnership? Or what are you bringing to the table? I was like, we're going to need a bigger boat. Like, get out.
Get out.
Get out. It's like, do you even know how to draw an anatomically correct shark? Get out of here.
Yeah, and I was not an artist. And I don't know if I made but so many of those.
It's like, do you have the correct, like... The shark penis correct? Is that accurate? I don't think so.
We're down to the T, buddy. Like, you got to get it right.
Yeah, come on. Like, that's not how it's shaped. It's not the curvature that you're looking for.
Yeah, that was quite the moment in time.
I don't know. You know, there's a reason I brought up the shark penis, right? Did I not tell you about this story? The story yes. out of New Jersey. We got to end on this one because it's a great way to end this episode. But there is a bar in New Jersey that's very well known. Shout out to, I don't know what my source was, but it's real. Camden, New Jersey. First off, great name for bar. It's called Donkey's Place.
Yeah.
That's the name of the bar. But while they might be famous for their cheesesteaks, they're actually known for having on display a walrus baculum. Do you know what a walrus baculum is?
I'm going to take a wild guess and assume it's a walrus penis.
It's a penis bone, all right? They don't just have a severed walrus penis there. It's the bone.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was just the penis.
It's the walrus penis bone, the walrus baculum, we'll call it by its given name.
Look at us.
And apparently last week, somebody stole it. Somebody just decided, I need this walrus Baculum.
I think Dwight and Chris
They took
Hunter
a trip up to Camden, New Jersey. Yes, they did. Yeah, so. And they were talking about a big find. I think they said. I don't know how they're going to split this thing.
Well, they'll find.
I get it on the weekends. It's like, well, man, I cleared up my Thursday. I really need this walrus baculum for the stuff I got planned. But yeah, apparently the bartender handed it out. Apparently this is a common thing. This is what they're known for. It's like, you want to hold my walrus baculum? Like, oh, it's like, what's that? Oh, this enormous thing. Did you know the walruses have the second largest, I'm going to call it a baculum?
Your hands are stretched out about
They're big. It's that big.
We need to be on video for how...
There's a big baculum. You got to back that thing up on that baculum. But yeah, so apparently the bartender just gave it out. And
they probably called it Excalibur, didn't they?
They said, no, that isn't. So then you know that Seabear doesn't have it. He already got one of those. You don't need another walrus baculum.
So Dwight has it.
He's already packing one. So yeah, so he probably just very graciously gave it to DW. But he got his picture with it, and apparently they got his picture. He's not from town, so like, we're not going to press charges. We just want we want our walrus baculum back. Can you please bring us back our big ass baculum, please?
Baculum is gonna have to make its way into the show title.
It will. Whoa, not the show. Oh, you mean for this episode title?
Yes, sorry, episode title.
Yes, I'll find a way. We'll get some alliteration there. But yeah, if you're listening, a random stranger who stole the walrus baculum,
come on, man,
from Donkey's Place. You know,
how would you feel if that was your bar and that was your
baculum? Yeah, right? I mean, like, that baculum is for everyone. That's not for you, all right? That's for the world to enjoy. For everyone else
to enjoy.
Yes.
I was ready to get in a car with you and drive up there.
Yeah, let's go. But now there's no reason. That was our one reason to go to Camden, New Jersey. Now we don't have any reason now.
Damn. Well, if it does get back there, that's where we'll kind of have
our first field trip. I'll keep a lookout when I get the New Jersey police blotter. It's like, we've got the walrus baculum. Take it back to Donkey's Place.
We're on our way, and we'll do a live podcast from
there. That's the strangest sentence I've ever said. It's like, we got the walrus baculum back to Donkey's Place. Let's go.
Words, sentences you never thought you'd ever have to ever say.
But you're welcome to our listeners for getting to hear that little tidbit of the slice of life that is America.
Yeah,
we got a lot more America to talk about. We're gonna sit here and we're going to watch Indiana close the deal so that Semco can officially become a Hoosiers football fan.
I mean, a little bit of rooting for the Big Ten. I don't think I could ever be it's just going to seem so weird to say that the Indiana Hoosiers,
national champions,
like, their football team was as bad as Nebraska's basketball team.
Hey, undefeated, even with the DW attempted jinx.
Man, they won by like 30.
Yeah, they got pissed off. Like, DW's going to try and jinx us or show him. Of course, they were playing Northwestern, so it's not like...
But still, it was just going to be one of those, if Nebraska did somehow lose that
to the Northwestern, I was like, that's all Dwight.
That would have been a Dwight curse.
Hashtag Dwight curse.
Up there in the top 5.
He'd be up there outside of, again, that very fateful Super Bowl where we're all there, and he was he genuinely rooting for the Patriots, or was he just doing a really good job of just goading those Patriots fans that were with us?
A really good job.
I mean, that was fantastic. I remember sitting next to you, and I think it was Seabear, and I was like, I don't even want to turn around because they're all sitting behind me. And I was like, I don't even want to do it.
I don't want to acknowledge that we're with this guy because it could get ugly.
But we'll talk about some of our favorite. We've got that one. We've got the Captain Pell's story we got to talk about. I can rehash, and maybe I can get some insights. Maybe I'm getting the story wrong. The story I told about the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl where somebody got locked out.
Oh, that's right.
So we got a lot. We got a lot of history of the Super Bowl. We don't have to talk about our favorite Super Bowl. We can have our favorite Super Bowl memories.
Yeah, I know.
Not even that has to do with the game. That's all coming up. More Winter Olympics talk coming up. We'll be touting the new national champion on the next pod.
I'm sure there will be some crazy NIL transfer saga that just adds one more layer to just the awfulness that it's been.
But for those of you that are tired of the football talk, we'll have to sprinkle in a few other things. It's going to happen.
I know. We already do, because it's literally just going to be three games left to talk about.
That's it.
The conference championships and the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. You don't want to talk about the Pro Bowl, the flag football game?
We did more than enough on that last episode. That was like 10 minutes, and I think I said I didn't want to spend a minute on it.
Well, I just ruined that for you. You spent about 20 seconds on it.
That's fine. Yeah. But no, the Super Bowl, look, it's 2 weeks. That's all anyone talks about. So I don't think we're actually going to talk but so much about the Super Bowl.
That's very true. Yeah, we're just going to rehash everything that everybody else is going to say. We'll look for a deep dive. We'll find a deep cut, something that we can kind of... We're the only ones that are talking about the shoes that they're wearing. It's Adidas. No, it's Nike.
It's Nike. Are we going to become those, what do they call them? Shoe
heads?
Shoe heads, yeah.
No, I will never be a shoe head.
That is the biggest racket.
Man.
I mean, I know, like, I'm sure people think the stuff that we get into is, like, can be, like, really stupid and time-consuming, but...
It's not costly, though. Yeah, I don't have anything that's super costly.
They don't even wear them.
They don't even wear them. And it's like, at the end of the day, outside of just your pride, what's the value of this? Are you going to sell those things? Probably never. You're probably never going to sell those things. Ever.
Not going to wear them. You're just going to keep them.
Keep them in a plexiglass case.
It seems like one of those in like 20 years, you know, like those fads that people are like, could you believe that people literally just bought hundreds of pairs of shoes for like $400 a piece and never wore them, just wanted to like show them off?
It's like a Beanie Babies. It's like, these are going to pay for my kids' college.
Well,
I got the rare bear that has like the American flag heart on it.
Is that Blackie the bear?
Wow.
No, that's the name.
I mean, on Martin Luther King Day. Really? Wow.
I think I'm right, though.
I don't know. Somebody Google that. He could be right. I'm just messing with you.
You had like Blackie the bear, Patty the platypus. My sister had
I remember the platypus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but no. The shoe heads will not be in this household, for sure.
Yeah, no, I do kind of like some shoes a little bit. I kind of talked last time about, school I went to and how the shoes were kind of important, but that's about where it stopped. Even though I did always want to have the coolest soccer shoes.
Oh, of course.
Out there.
Yeah.
But
what were the coolest soccer shoes?
Well, the Adidas Predators were pretty cool. They had a lot of like red in them. Okay. They were kind of flashy. Yeah. The Nike Mercurials that like the first Ronaldo.
Is that from Romeo and Juliet? The Mercurials and the Montagues?
That's the Capulets and the Montagues.
Well, no, but Mercurial was a character in Romeo and Juliet, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't know.
Mercutio.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
I would have bought the Mercutios.
We're kind of smart.
Sometimes.
I always wanted those because they were super lightweight. I was all speed.
Yeah.
But no.
You didn't need any bricks weighing you down on your feet.
Which I did have. I had the brick shoes that you could insert the different like stud lengths. So I couldn't get like a long studded shoe and a short one. I had to get one that had to like adjust and take apart every time. Finally, when I got like really good, my dad finally did kind of buy me like a nice pair.
This actually might go somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, it was like hand-me-downs. Which were kind of cool. I got some like decent shoes out of that, but I don't know. Now the kids, now they call it.
Yeah, but they had a reason behind it. There was a fundamental purpose for those shoes. You're not putting them in a plexiglass case and just like letting them collect dust. You were wearing them and running with them.
The only shoe I think I would have gotten and maybe like never played in. This kid in high school had Ferrari soccer shoes.
What in the world?
Yeah, Ferrari made some soccer shoes, and he had them. He was like a shoe head. But yeah, those were like the coolest things I'd ever seen.
Seabear just put in the WhatsApp group, Bigo can definitely make these throws. You're right, Seabear. I could make these throws. Thank you for that, sir. Seabear's getting a live shout-out.
Damn.
Right?
A lot of run for Seabear on this episode.
Talking about shout-outs, apologies to Kurt Emery for not getting a shout-out on the last episode. I feel terrible.
I almost thought that was done on purpose, not giving him a shout-out. But, okay, you just forgot.
I mean, it was a great opportunity to drag him. I was like, Notre Dame didn't even make it. The team that you were probably bitching, moaning about not getting in, they're in the Natty Champs. Are you going to turn into a Hurricanes fan?
I don't think he ever would.
No.
He'd be more of like a Hoosiers fan, I think.
No, the only Hurricane fan he'd be of is the drink.
That's right.
He loved them Hurricanes.
Love doing the the Brass Monkey.
Brass Monkey.
Put the orange juice in there.
Brass Monkey was the orange juice. It
was like a 40.
40 Bull. You put a Red Bull in there. What was it called with a Red Bull? You know, Wilbur used to put a Rockstar. We're bringing Rockstar back in this. You put a Rockstar in a Steel Reserve. It was a Steel Bowl. That's what it was called. Steel Bowl. You are a Steel Reserve and a Red Bull.
You are not supposed to mix energy drinks and alcohol.
Well, we were not informed.
We used to buy, what is it, like, didn't like Budweiser have, they had those like in like a 4-pack where you could get like the caffeine with the alcohol. Oh my God, we had one friend that was like, you can't drink those.
You will die.
And we'd be like, Papa Joey, can we please have like
Papa
one
Joey.
more? They'd be like called like a Sparks, I think it was called.
Sparks, yes. I do remember the Sparks.
Those were so bad
They
for
were so
you.
bad. They were not good for you.
God.
Dude, by the way, Miami just scored. They are not going away.
No.
It's 24-21 right now.
Cincinnati's upset.
I mean, they should have. I mean, Beck threw behind one of his running backs on that ball. That was flying in the air for forever. That should have been a pick. Freaking Carson Beck. But that Malachi Toney, he's like 19, number 10 on them. He is something else.
Yeah.
No relation to Kadarius Toney. I already looked it up.
Thank God. Because he
dropping those balls.
Year.
Yeah. Though, but this Malachi Toney, he's going to be, I mean, he's a freshman right out of high school.
Right out of a true freshman.
I mean, and he is just taking over this game right now.
He's their playmaker. He makes a play like every game that gets the minute or wins it for him.
Huge play against Ole Miss, that touchdown that he had, right?
He had the big play against Texas A&M after the fumble.
Yeah.
God, how Texas A&M would be right here.
Oh, really? We're going to play that revisionist history right now. If they had just beaten Miami, they'd be playing for the championship.
I don't know if we said it. I will end the show here pretty quickly, guys. But Marcel Reed is coming back.
Oh, whoop do you freaking do?
Heisman campaign. Let's go.
All right, yeah.
It's going to be you and Brendan Sorsby from Texas Tech. And
what
Arch
about,
Manning,
What about the Super Saiyan? No, he's terrible.
He is. Yeah, I don't. Man.
He's going to lose at least one of his wideouts this year.
Tate already declared.
Yeah. So
Jeremiah Smith has to play.
He has to. So at least he's got the best wide receiver in the country still to throw to.
Do you think that should be the rule? Do you think they should change that rule?
What, you mean have to play or have to be in college for 3 years?
Yeah.
I still think that needs to be the rule. Yeah. Because, again, the NFL is not like the NBA where you can transition to that. I mean, I guess technically, speed is speed.
Yeah.
Talent's talent, but
these kids are kind of bigger and faster and stronger at a younger age.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe 2. Jeremiah Smith should be allowed to go if you play 2 years.
Okay, yeah, play 2 years. Yeah, so if you redshirt and then you played 1 year, then maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, play 2 years. I could be on board with that.
And see how that goes.
I'm okay with,
because it is rare for like a true freshman to have that big of an impact.
Sammy Watkins.
He did. But a lot of them are like your redshirt freshmen. I always thought Johnny Manziel was a true freshman when he won the Heisman, but he was redshirt.
Yeah.
Sit out that 1 year. That's a big year. Plus, you go from like 18 to 19, get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, Johnny had to get a full year of cocaine in his system before he could get that Heisman.
Build up that tolerance.
Yeah, all right. Yep. I'm ready now. Give me them dollar bills. Give me that money.
I mean, he was running away from defenders like he was on coke. That explains it, how he was like outrunning everybody.
That's right. Yeah, he's running for his life. He saw both the defenders and demons out there. Yeah.
Whatever it was, he was fun to watch.
He was. He was entertaining, to say the least.
But Brandon, do you have any last words?
No, man. I'm going to be excited to finally put the last nail in the coffin after next week's games when Seattle beats the Rams and the Patriots beat the Jarrett Stidham-led Broncos. And then we got to start scheduling the date of Jay Bear's Cold Plunge.
I know.
We already talked about this. It's got to be a cold day. You can't wait until summer when it's going to feel nice. You got to go in there when it feels like just nails.
I think it definitely should be like the February 2nd episode, kind of a pre-Winter Olympics.
Ooh, I like it.
Kind of get myself a little bit ready for that.
Are we going to have you go in right before we record? Because I think that would be great.
Yes, I do too.
All right. You're going to be just shivering here. I'm going to make sure to turn the temp down in my house on that day too.
That actually might feel better if it eases me back into...
Only thing I'll say again is just reiterate, I am up 12-11. There is a microscopic chance you can still pull this out. What has to happen?
I need the Rams to win and the Broncos to win.
And then at that point, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
If the Rams win, That'll give you 4 points, get you up to 15.
Yep.
Rams win, my Seahawks are out.
Yep.
If the Patriots still win, though, I'll have 16 points.
Yeah, I only had the Rams getting to the Super Bowl.
So you need the Rams. If the Rams win and the Broncos win, which Broncos were the 1 seed. Rams have given the Seahawks fits all year. Very possible. You could still pull this out. 15-12.
I could.
And then Biko's got to go in.
Jared Stidham came from the same college that Bo Nix started out at.
He's been with Sean Payton for a long time.
You know, he did play on the Patriots, drafted by the Patriots. He might know some of those guys. I don't think so. It's been so
It's a long time ago.
I'm trying to grasp at anything I can.
I almost don't like being in this position because I don't like that I'm like the Falcons and you're the Patriots in that Super Bowl. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to relax. I don't want to relax. I'm incredibly tense. I just need one of those games to just be done and be over with and just, okay, it's done. And Jay Bear said he's going to go 1 minute more than I usually do, 11 minutes if he wins or he loses. And I win. But I can't wait. I'll see if I can get a video of it. I still haven't decided if there is going to be an additional punishment.
Whoa.
What? I meant by, like, what are you going to listen to while you're doing the cold plunge? What am I going to be doing?
I was told you were going to read me short stories.
Oh, man, I got to start writing then. I got a week.
Counting those chickens before
I know, and that's what I do. Do I wait until...
A little overconfident.
Oh, yeah. I wonder where that came from. But no, nothing else excited. This is, again, best time of the year for football. Again... The playoffs again this weekend did not disappoint. Really hope we continue that. I mean, outside of that Seahawks throwing, but everything else was tight, real tight. So really hoping that we continue to see this. This could go down as one of the greatest playoff runs from a competitive standpoint and a watchable standpoint in ever.
This is like the NFL had this happen when we had the, let's just call it the year of the national anthem stuff. Where, I think when like the first Trump presidency and he was getting all into it, and all year all talked about was how the ratings were down, people don't want to watch, it's getting so political. And then playoff football started and we had like a great wild card weekend, and it just rolled through that, and we all just said, we forgot all about that.
You put it to the side.
Like, this was a great regular season. Like, almost all the prime time. Like, even the Thursday night games this year were really good. I remember there was like a 3-year stretch where it felt like every Thursday night game was just a blowout or just like an ugly 9-6 offenses weren't even showing up game. But, man, no, this year, it's just like you could forget about anything that happened during the season because these games have just been so amazing. Yeah,
they really have. So, hopefully, we'll just pray for another good week.
Yeah, I know.
Win or lose, it'll just be awesome to watch.
I know. That's what I'm rooting for as well. I mean, I know I'm doing this cold plunge. It's just going to happen.
Well, I'm hanging out for dear life because, again, we're 2 weekends away. I know there's a Pro Bowl weekend gap in between, but we're 2 weekends away from having no football.
I know.
And it's a hard thing to do.
It does feel weird.
The AFL doesn't count. The UFL doesn't count. I'm not paying attention to that, and nor should you.
But we will like up the golf talk.
Yeah.
Chris Gotterup won the first event of the year.
Yeah. He got her up and then he got it down. All right.
Made some cash. But so yeah, we'll have a lot of other things we can talk about.
We got to talk about Brooks Koepka leave and live.
Yeah.
And are there any going to be other people that follow suit?
A few of them already. The big names already said no. They're going to at least play out their contract. A lot of them like Rahm, Mullet Man from Australia, Cam Smith. He said he's going to play out his contract, and then Bryson DeChambeau said it as well. But they all could leave after next year. I think all their contracts are up at the end of next year.
Yeah, they took that money and they're like, we're good. Yeah. Thank you for the tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, but I do want to get into a discussion at some point. Anything you'd want to take from the Live Golf and have the PGA Tour implement?
No, we can talk about it. Yeah, that's a good.
But that's definitely for another day, because we got to get off the air because we got to watch this final
last 2 minutes, man. Yeah, White Knuckling, Indiana's trying to just run out the clock.
I know, and they're looking to almost try to score. But yeah, so we're gonna have to get out of here. That's another episode of the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast. Thanks for hanging with us, the two friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on anything. Hit that follow button, drop a rating, and email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com. And we'll see you all next week. Different takes, same nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.